so either it's undiscovered or it's been created. The plant-like. Sorry. Yep.
Sorry, and they don't fire anything or anything like that. It's purely, all right. If we're in close proximity to them, watch out, we don't get scratched.
Pretty much.
I have a question. I would ask: is there any old films that shows them coming through the wormholes? Anything that's been recorded? And do they have their own ships, or are they like traveler vampires, where they piggybacked on old ships or stolen ships?
They don't know.
Nobody knows.
The people here assume they all arrive with the initial ship. There's only ever one big ship that came through, as far as I can tell from all of their data and video recordings. They've been watching for any vehicles entering the system, but they assume, or would assume, that if they're coming into system, they probably could jump out of system, which means they should be all over the place, and they're not, as far as they can tell. So the assumption is these creatures arrived here with the ship and don't have either the understanding of the technology or whatever it is they need to leave the system. So thus you've got this closed system about how people jump in and don't tend to jump back out. Yep. So the only thing with the plant type stuff is that it seems to be connected to their ability to take nourishment and sustenance from a solar point of origin.
Yeah, they need sunlight. I remember you mentioning that. If you separate them from sunlight, they die.
No, they don't die. They go into a hibernative state. They just shut down for a while. Yeah. And this is the thing. This is what they're talking about, their longevity. And that's like seeds. That seeds can go not be used, and then you can plant them 20 odd years ago later on, and they seem to sprout, and away you go. These things seem to have that ability.
Do we know how long they can go without sunlight? Does anybody have any idea? No.
Well, the only records would be that these creatures arrived here about 70 odd years ago, and they're still fighting them. So that gives you a hint. Unless they're finding some way to procreate.
So the video was from 70 years ago?
But they're in this system. The system is more or less, describe this, it's more or less a planet that's been blown apart, and it's a variation of asteroid belts and one gas giant.
Gooba has three asteroid belts and a new one where Gooba was. It has no gas giants. I don't believe it has a gas giant. Just had the bloody piece of paper in front of me.
Gooba's Arlec's old home, isn't it?
Aye.
Yeah.
Yep, no gas giant. It had 4 planets, Gooba being the inhabited one, or the main inhabited one. Had 3 other planets, one that you guys hid behind, which is sort of a rocky, icy thing way out. There's one close to the sun, and there's a couple somewhere in the middle of that, so that you haven't visited. There's a 3rd one in the middle somewhere, because the 4th one is starting to become its own little asteroid belt, being Gooba. Of course, it's only been 70 years, so the debris field is not that well spread out. It's still roughly the cloud of the planet. It's not really a ring. It'll take a couple of thousand years for anything like that to happen.
You gave the Gooba stats, but there was no gas giant in it.
Yeah, no gas giant.
You did say that.
Yep. So Gooba is currently, sorry if I give it to you, 000-300-F naval base. And the population is approaching 10,000 for the stats sort of thing that you need to generate. So the naval base would be considered the major planet right now.
Yeah, it got destroyed. It's an asteroid now.
Fast becoming a group of asteroids, yep.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what's happening in this system. There are
It was a small world to begin with, anyways. I'm in your Dropbox. Google was 231.
231.
Yeah.
Yep. And the starport, well, it's more of a military style starport, but it's now a C as opposed to a D. That'll change.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Because the starport is ran by Aspis, right?
Yep.
The Aspis civilization. Yeah.
Aspen. Yeah.
Aspen. I'm sorry.
That's of course. Alright, so what do you guys want to do from this moment? You have accessed I've forgotten her name, but the woman agent that came over with you has given you access to life support and fuel, so you can make another jump 4. You've got I think it's 2. I can't remember if life support's 2 or a month. I think it's a month.
So these creatures they're on asteroids in the system somewhere. They've been living in the system. They're trying to find a way to spread.
What they've primarily found is they've been in derelict ships. Somehow they managed to get into ships that have either survived the destruction, or they've managed to spread somehow into ships. But they're all derelict ships, and they've what they found is they go in, no one's there. There's not a hell of a lot of damage to the ship, but then these creatures reactivate once the humans actually activate the atmosphere and all the bits and pieces. You have a firefight and you get more bodies. They're not sure, Devin. They don't. The scientists that study them have no idea. All they can say with any certainty is they are presuming, I should say. They can say for certainty that these creatures have human and plant aspects. Whether that's a mutation, whether that's a hybrid, whether that's how this race decided to be, but it's human. It's not another alien race. They actually have human DNA.
I think they're genetically engineered. I think they're genetically engineered from an alien or a conflict in the past. They're another generation to try to regroup. That's my theory right now, off the cuff.
That or they could have been. It could have been like a mutated virus.
Or it's something from that previous war that went astray or went off.
Yeah.
Maybe even Arlick did something wrong and it went astray, or who knows? Way back when.
Yep.
With all the clones and experiments and shit that happened in that whole game series.
Yep.
Sure.
But whatever it is, that's what you got to face.
Just dope smoking vegetarian hippies to me.
That's
They ain't had no beef for so many generations. They done turned into plants.
That's how evolution works, doesn't it?
Fucking hippies. Hey, you are.
Or like you all watched that 1980s Creep Show movie, the very first episode, where he turns into a plant.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember that.
Sorry, no.
Creep Show?
Yeah, the Creep Show movie in the 80s.
Oh, okay.
He got the redneck that found a meteor and he turned him into a plant.
Oh, okay.
I vaguely remember a redneck finding a meteor. Yeah,
Yeah, that's it. And he turned into
Nah,
a
I don't
plant.
remember it.
that was a hell of a long time ago.
In a galaxy far, far away. Cool. Okay then, guys. So, what's your plan? That's pretty much. I mean, this has taken a couple of days to gather this information.
Yeah. Well, we can't go back to Aspis.
I recommend to the skipper that we try to maybe fly around and look for some derelict ships and go in and try to get one of these things or capture it or get some samples. Or do we have any medics with us? I'm just having a conversation.
Yeah,
we have a
medic.
medic. Yeah.
Visions.
Yeah.
Are you volunteering?
Did you hurt yourself?
I'll go with you.
Get up. 3 people get up and ask him if he's broken.
Yeah, we hang a sign on. I'm sorry, I totally forgot names after 2 weeks. We hang a sign on Jerry's character saying, "Come and get it, big tasty bait."
That'll be Mr. Samuel Rogers.
Oh yeah, right. I should make up a list again.
Well, no, we actually all have our names on. That's the
Oh, there
Little
we are.
Sam with your veggie sticks. Oh, shit. No, but I mean, if the group wants to go, we got combat armor. These things ain't going to claw us or bite us. We got a little information. Well, don't we want to figure out what's going on? I mean, we're on a recon mission.
We do need to know what these things are.
These Navy guys have been around for years. They probably already scouted the system. If a system is human controlled and it's a civilized outfit like the Navy, there's probably not a whole lot left for us to find out here.
Well, we could kill one of them and then take it with us.
Yeah, but this is shattered and scattered rubble. So, I mean, there could be all kinds of derelict ships everywhere. But that's true. We could find one and put it in a dark isolation of some sort.
Well, yeah.
Some kind of...
Wait, shattered and scattered, are they vegetables or are they tubers? Wait a minute.
Alright, so the first thing... Hold on.
Man.
The first thing is that we need to find a way to house this creature. Are we looking at trying to capture them alive, or are we just going to kill them and just do an autopsy?
Do we have any cold bursts?
Yeah, I'd love to catch one alive, but I don't know how we can do that.
Shit, all they're going to do is lock them in a crate, in a closet. It's dark. They can't get out. They'll go into a hibernation state.
Have we determined how intelligent they are? Like, they'd have to be somewhat intelligent.
Yeah, from the information that these people have gathered, they have more than animal cunning. They're not sure how intelligent, but they do seem to understand. I mean, there's sort of an area where they're not sure whether it's like wolfpack mentality or whether it's actual tactics, strategy sort of stuff. But they have known to display that sort of thing. It's the thing that they can't understand is the derelict ships that they find them on. If you had the technology or the know-how, you easily get working. That's not an issue.
I'm sorry, I missed your sentence there, Steve.
You kind of
You can easily get the jump going, or what?
So the ships that they find them, some of them on, if they had the know-how or the intelligence to work out how, and that's why they think they're not quite human intelligence, they could easily get the ships going, but they don't seem to. So they're not sure whether they are just slightly above sort of wolf pack mentality with that sort of tactic, or they're intelligent but just don't have the understanding of the technology.
They're almost at caveman level.
Possibly. Well,
I'm wondering too, how do they get from ship to ship? How are they getting on all these derelict ships? I don't know. I have this image in my head, and I just wanted to share it with the group that they can survive in a vacuum, and they're not breathing air, and somehow they can just float as long as they have sunlight. I don't know why I have that image in my head that they're kind of like floating or in an orbital path looking for derelict ships. Now that might sound crazy, but that's just where my imagination went.
I put on my Sonic helmet.
Yeah, you're simple. Okay.
Well, I think we should at least try to encounter these things. At least get some sort of
I'm with you,
first-hand account.
Skipper.
But,
Rightio. Well, all the people at the Navy base, they recommend that you don't. They only did it by accident. We tend
bunch of
to,
pussies.
when we find ships, we tend to blow them up and go through the wreckage and see if there's anything that we can actually use.
Yeah, but they're not Imperial mercenaries. They're a bunch of aspis pussies.
Well, so
Make friends.
I didn't say that to them. I said that to the skipper.
just to be clear about what the repercussions are. I mean, I get maybe we've already crossed that bridge, but the idea is that if we go into this case, that we won't be able to go back to wherever it was that we were last week.
No, we've already crossed that.
Yeah, that's crossed.
Okay, yeah, we already crossed that bridge. Okay, so I mean, the Navy guys, they don't have any samples, right? They didn't take any genetic samples.
They have in the past. That's where they get their information from.
Yeah, they've just never had a full live one.
No, they've
And
never had a live one.
I don't think we'll be able to get that far.
Why not?
One?
Because simply, I don't think they can hold it. Like if we capture it and bring it back to them, you know,
Well, they just blow it out of airlock.
Yeah, an epidemic would happen if we house it. If we try to hold it in a berth, it'll probably likely get out, and then we've got an epidemic where we become these creatures. So,
well, the intelligent thing to do, and this I'm speaking out of character, of course, would be to buy a sample from the Navy and take it back to wherever we came from.
Well,
but we're not going to do that because that sounds dull.
Yeah.
Let's go derelict ship hunting, man.
That doesn't sound like any fun. Here's $5.
We're gonna get some. No, we're gonna be shooting shit up. We're gonna get some action going here. Let's go find some of these plant bastard things and figure out what's up.
Well, isn't that how this group always does it?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
You know, shooting at a statue was going to turn into something else.
Hey, we survived that.
Yeah, you got your other task there that you were considering last time was checking out the scout base because there was.
Don't you remember Sid and I with the Cthulhu creature thing? We charged right on in and almost got destroyed.
Yeah,
that's what he was referring to.
That's what the group does. Go for it. Oof. I like it. It's great.
Yeah, that's actually probably a good reminder. The Steve,
the black ghost.
Oh, we almost died on that one. Oh my god.
We got lucky.
Yeah.
Natural.
Very.
Merciful referee.
Worse than that, you almost got the whole party stranded in deep space.
Yeah.
No need to go over
past mistakes that I got.
Yeah, I mean, there's the scout base. I remember now that Steve has reminded us that we were going to look at.
I didn't think there was a scout base, but
that sounds like a good place to start.
There was one, but it's these guys don't. They haven't investigated the base,
and it's still there.
Well, the base, it was an orbital base, so you just had to try to find it. Really,
I'd rather look for a derelict base than a derelict ship. Going into a derelict ship sounds like it's a trap.
I love that. That's a good one, Pierre. I like that. DP face, travel style. Total party kelping.
I'm with you. And they could be in a base too. I mean, we've got a little bit of an idea what they're about. I mean, as long as we're armored, if we got our combat armor, they can't claw us or scratch us or bite us unless they're smart enough to use a gun.
They could still
armored, silicone seals, little decontamination showers.
Don't we got like powerful guns? We can just blow the shit out of them. Come on, shoot first, talk later.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
have you never seen a zombie movie?
Or aliens with big power.
Aliens, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because these things are super tall too. Like they're like what, 12 feet? You said?
Oh,
Yeah.
no, about 8 feet. They're
Yeah.
quite 8 to 9 feet. Yeah, not super.
Oh, wow.
But they're big.
Lights at the naval base?
Sorry, beg your pardon.
Do they have any Christmas lights at the naval base?
No.
But either way, we've got a target. We got to look for that scout base.
I'm with you, Skipper. Let's do it.
Okay. So
We're not capturing these things either, because I don't think we'll be able to hold them and be safe.
If you encase me in a triple titanium sphere, I can do some sensor rolls for you once in a while.
okay. So they give you the basic data they've got on. So with a navigation roll from someone about the scout base, you will have a rough idea of where it hopefully should be, given the change in the fact that it's no longer orbiting the planet, and it's, all those bits and pieces, those people with the electronic slide rules and things, can work out roughly its flight path or orbital pattern to say roughly where it is. So whoever has nav needs to give me 1, because I'm going to roll 1, you're going to roll 1, and you add your strength to it.
Strength.
Skill, sorry, wrong game. Wrong game.
Yeah, but as Pierre's doing that,
Yep, so give me
it's probably a recommendation that everyone gets into combat armor or suit. Something that's pretty tight.
Yeah.
Just in case, we hit like some sort of like ice rock that hits us, penetrates the ship, and then all of a sudden it's this thing. What are we calling it?
I don't know.
I
think Pierre called it Captain Pet or Uncle Mutant once you.
Like cucumber.
Cucumber.
No, cucumber was their. Yeah, that was their organic. That was their organic mega ship. That's all we ever saw of it in the old footage.
Yep.
They probably give a name to it like Pickle Rick or something.
Pickle Rick.
Cucumber's fine.
Yeah. The pickle, the gherkin.
Cucumber
The gherkin. There we go.
The gherkin.
Gooba gherkin.
We got a gherkin.
The goober gherkin.
Yeah. Okay.
So
sorry. You wanted? Yeah. Plane navigation.
Yep. Plus your skill, which is level 1, is it?
So I'll make it a modifier.
Yep.
No, it's just roll a 1d plus your nav.
Yep.
And Steve will roll the other d.
Yeah, I've already rolled the other
just a 1d. All right.
Yeah, because it's sort of...
I'm confused here. Oh, there we go. My skill is what? Silly me, the way I organized it. Okay, nav is just 1, so 1d6 plus 1. Shifting pages. Wait a minute, why won't it go there?
Remember the old days when we used to pick up dice?
I know.
Oh, the good days. God, it would be so cool to sit at a table with all you guys.
Always remember Luke.
That's the
I got
plus
with losing.
That's the plus
Can you imagine all of us
Plus
sitting
one.
at a big table for real?
There,
It'd be
finally.
scary, but yes, it would be great.
It'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I can
Okay.
still pick up dice now. There's none of you can see it.
Yeah. Oh, look, double 6s. How unusual. That's my 12th lot of double 6s. Yeah. Okay, radio. Will believes he's worked out the trajectory. He's laid in a plotted course that basically will take you to the won't require any piloting roll until you get to the edge of the debris field. Given all the physics of the thing, it's probably on the outer edge of the debris field. Hasn't gone flying off or anything like that. So that means you're going to have to get very close to what was the planet.
And we have to get through the debris field, and those debris fields probably have these things.
Possibly.
These
But you're on the edge, the gherkins of gherkinlets.
The gherkinlets.
Yeah.
The gherks.
Yeah, the gherks. There you go. You've given it an official name, the gherks.
The gherks.
The gherk.
I like that.
The gherk.
You got the big gherkin, then you got the cocktail gherkins.
The cocky gherkins. Okay, rightio. So, Captain, you've got a location. It's going to take you around about. Sorry. Travel. Where are we?
I'm tempted to just get the gunners to just fire their lasers right into the thing.
Yeah. So, what G if you're going to go?
What's our maximum? 4 or 3?
4. It looks like Eric's character is ready to do hull duty if you need it.
No, just keep an eye out. Make sure like nothing gets close to us. You want to be
4G is your fastest.
Yeah, I want to be somewhat careful, so probably do 2G.
2G?
Yeah.
Okay, 62 hours. two and I don't know, close to 3 days.
Well, then screw that. Was that to get to the field or to get to the...
That's to get there. Yep, to get there, to your location. The field would be a couple of hours short of that. It would be 2 and a bit days.
Yeah, we'll go 4 until we get to the field, and then we'll slow down to
okay.
1.
4 until you get to the field. So you're looking at... Sorry. 44... So just under... just under 2 days.
Yeah, and then we'll slow down to a 1G when we get to the field, so I can just slowly mosey on through that thing.
Video. Can I get? Do you want both you like in your main ship and in the gig? Do you want those guys on the sensors because they're both electronics?
Yep.
Okay, Pierre and Jerry, if you can give me say 3 electronic rolls apiece.
Sounds good.
3, okay.
It's just the skill now, right?
Yep.
Okay, let me get my dice thing going. Electronic.
Okay.
Give me a second here, Steve.
Yep, that's cool. And it better to do it closer in than further out. It's good.
Okay.
Yep. There you go.
Right, here we go.
Woohoo.
That's not cutting shit right there.
Blind. Nope. And okay. So, roughly 2/3 of your trip, you have a choice. It's entirely up to you. But William has picked up what he believes is a hull lying around about 25,000 K. 25,000 K off to your starboard as you're going in.
Oh, ship.
A ship. So yeah, if you want to put on the brakes real quick.
Has it got propulsion?
No. Just he's just picked up the silhouette of a ship. The ship would be around about a 400 tonner, so comparable size to your ship. She just seems to be floating. It does not seem to be emanating any energy signatures at all.
So how much ton is it? Or don't we know?
400.
Roughly a 400 ton. Configuration would probably make it some sort of merchant ship.
No power signatures at all, huh?
Nope.
What do you think, Skipper?
I really want to get to the scout.
Okay. That's okay.
But no, just hold on. Anyone want to persuade my thought?
Well, I think this is probably the best place we could find one. We might have some encounters here.
I'm in the turret smoking a doobie.
Right.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Let's
Burn
get
that plant.
Let's get some early investigation into this thing.
Okay.
Anyone want to go?
That's a good point, man. We need to test him out, man. I mean, after we kill one, we need to smoke him, see if he gives us a good high.
Yeah, man.
So, who's got
No,
any
smoking the
volunteers to go?
vegetarian hippie.
Smoke 'em might. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go.
I'll go.
Hell yeah.
I'll go, but I'm not going by myself. We need at least 2 guys.
No,
Take
you're
the whole
going by
group.
yourself.
Going by yourself. Get in that. Yeah. Okay, guys, I'll get them.
Role-playing game, man.
Yeah.
Everybody. Look,
No.
we have NPCs on the ship.
This is gonna be fun. Let's go shoot some plants.
Okay, so you
Any of the
you're only
others
traveling at
too?
1G. So using your 4G, you'd be able to slow and maneuver your craft into a sort of a relatively tight spiral to put you pretty close to it. You're going over in the gig, or you want to get really close into a spacewalk?
Take the
It's 400
gig.
ton. Yeah, we should be full sized. I thought this was going to be like panning for Go, but we got a hull here right away. Well, what are the chances that it's infested? We don't know. It's sort of like a Drake's equation.
You take over the gig, and then maybe like string over, and then have a code that only all of us know to get back in. Have it locked and secured, and then be armored to the hilt. That's what I would suggest.
Mhm.
Weapons galore. I mean, just like shoot the shit out of shit type
No,
of weapons.
someone else is going. It's not going to be just Rogers and Lance, right?
Well,
I think
I've been pretty.
I want Weaver here because I need him on sensors, just in case this is a trap.
Well, Weaver would prefer to be.
Oh damn! But I got laser rifle too, and sometimes the urge to shoot things hits me.
Well,
but I
hold
got.
on.
I'm working on
Does
the
someone
sensor.
else can run the sensors? Then he wants to go.
I mean,
That's tricky.
Well, I got electronics 1, but I'm your other sensor
Yeah,
guy.
you're the other guy. Doesn't one of the NPCs?
But I'm also.
what about the NPCs? I mean, I think
Well, you've got Luke who uses the fusion guns on the ship, so you probably want him in the turret because he's the only one that can.
Yeah, I'll probably be taking a spare turret. But
So
can it-
there's Rice, who is one of your surgeons, but also does one of the laser turrets. He's I can give you him.
Oh no!
Dane
What
does
I'm asking is, can
have
any of them run the
electronics.
sensors?
No, Rice doesn't have electronics, I don't believe.
Okay, well, I'm willing to stay behind if it's at least one person needed to stay back for this, sensors and other things. Electronic skill.
What
So
about
I'll-
what about the engineer? What's her name?
Wee Woo.
Wee
Wee woo.
We were.
Ooh. Do you have her in the file?
Yeah,
Oh, you don't have her.
she'll be up there. I'll put her up there.
Oh, yeah, she's in there.
Electronics 1. She can do the sensors if she needs to.
Yeah, we'll get her. Put her on sensors if you want to go, Pierre.
It's fine.
Cool.
Oh, sure. You're just going to leave her on the ship because she's a girl.
Absolutely.
No, I'm taking you. You, the three of you. Seem, or
You're
four
taking me.
You smoke the doobie, so your mind under your heads. Reaction time. Stoner.
Yeah.
We're about to get some real stuff to smoke.
They
So,
were humans
Steve-
once. Yeah, I would recommend against smoking humans.
So, Steve, I'm gonna get like some little pieces of metal, the bottom of the balloons, and I'm gonna get a little canister of helium, so that I can like float a balloon down the hallway to draw fire.
That's an interesting trick.
So the little
Don't we have
pieces of
drones
metal,
for that?
you do
Yeah,
actually
so-
have some
so-
combat drones. Yeah. But what did you want to do again, sorry?
Just a helium balloon and
Yep.
put a counterweight at the bottom of it, and then I can push it down the hallway.
Okay.
I want to get night.
And then we
vision
can also
goggles
take
or
combat drones.
combat drones. Yeah.
So who's going over?
I am.
I will.
I also want to take at least a laser rifle and taking some good weapons.
So you got Weaver's going with you, Teddy Bear's going with you, Nagin's going with you, Eric, I think you were going, Devin was going.
Yep.
I thought we were staying back.
No,
We was.
Weaver. Will Weaver is going.
Weaver.
Weaver.
Yes,
Will.
sometimes
I think
Will's going.
all the players are going bar me because I'm the captain.
Okay. That's right. And you got to go down with the ship.
Yeah, I'm death by these Gurks.
Yes, definitely.
It's not my fate
Yeah,
No.
So
to go down with the ship.
so when we go over,
Mhm.
we'll kind of freak the captain out. We'll start screaming in our helmet, and
Fire all the
and he'll be
lasers!
like gripping. Oh my God!
Well, they're gone. Fire the lasers.
Fire the fusion cannon, boom.
White gripping captain's chair.
Your
Okay,
death
so-
will be most interesting to students of close order tactics. Close quarter tactics.
Rightio. So you take weapons, but don't forget you've also got the automatic combat rifles and the ship's locker. Hopefully you've got skill
Yeah.
to use them.
I think I do. Yeah, well, we all got, and I've got a high
And-
dex, man.
Yep. And how many clips?
5.
Clips will be important. How many clips? So your laser rifle, I think, has 20 shots or something, and then it's out.
I thought it was like
More than
200.
Yeah.
200.
I'm not sure.
I wrote the
Uh,
stats in excruciating detail. It's
Capacity for
I don't have a
carbine
traveler
is
bowl.
50.
says here laser rifle
50.
5D. 5.0.
50.
I got 100 shots. per
The
power
rifle
pack.
is 50, you said, or laser carbine? What'd you?
The laser carbine is 50. I think it's the same thing for the
Okay.
rifle as well.
No,
I'm not positive. but I'm pretty sure.
Rifle is 5 dice, 100 shots per power pack for a rifle.
So bigger
Okay.
power pack.
Cool.
All right. I'm gonna take a rifle. We could take multiple weapons since we're in 0G. I could take an auto rifle too with 5 clips.
That's a good point.
I want to be.
That's a good point. If we're in 0G, we don't want to have. We prefer to have something that's 0G, easily usable.
Mm-hmm.
Like auto weapons
Wait a
are
minute,
not.
auto rifle.
Could you imagine the fun with an auto?
Yeah, exactly.
An auto rifle will propel you. A laser won't.
Well, laser's good, or you can get snub. I think somebody's a snub pistol. That's good.
Yep. And don't forget, you also, if you've got 0G combat, anyone.
Yeah.
Well, you said vac suit still substitutes for some of that a little bit, doesn't it? Vac suit skill,
In movement, not in combat.
not in combat and movement. Okay.
I've got 0G1.
So basically, there's no gravity because we don't have any power signatures. So the gravity plates are out in this ship.
That's right.
So we're going into
But,
a zero grav situation.
yep, unless you want to, we can say, retcon a little bit, that your combat armor does have a couple of hours of mag boots, but that will slow you down. And
Yeah.
if you're in an atmosphere, you will hear it, but that's entirely up to you. Yep, and Eric's character's got a grab belt.
I'll tell you what. We may just bring them with us, and then well, no, actually, we can't just swap them out, can we?
No. They're a part of your boot. You turn them on or off.
Yeah, they're part of the The
Well, if you turn them on or off, you
Actually,
can just turn them off until we need them, right?
Yep.
yeah, I would think. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you end up in a combat situation, you got auto rifles. You can turn your mag boots on and then
Yeah, that's
shoot
a good
like a
point.
son of a bitch, and you'll still stay stationary. And then you
Wow.
won't have this. You won't have the negative factor from the zero grav deal. You won't. I mean, you'll still be pushed, but you'll be stuck to the ground until you turn them off again. Which might. I don't know how you would work that out in turns, because it would be a task or an action.
I know how I'm going to do it because I already come up with it, but that's all cool. We'll just, if it happens, it happens. Okay, so you guys are all going over in the gig, so I need a ship boat, please, just for you to fly over there and lock on.
Who's that? Am I flying? Who's flying it? I got ship's boat 1.
You.
So would that be me?
Yep.
All right, ship's bolt 1. Oh, let me roll.
Oh well, perhaps Devon. Oh. Yeah. So Devon, you want to push him aside and try to? He can't lock onto the ship.
Nice.
Okay.
So,
Radio. So you're locked on the ship. The doors are not opened. You've got the umbilical out. Do you want to try to do anything in any way to find out what's in there before you go in there?
So, say that again. I'm not sure I heard your whole sentence. The umbilicus
Is connected.
Yeah.
Do you want to do something to find out what might be in there before you go in? Or try anyway.
Hook up to their computer or something?
Okay. Who's got
we're
computer
actually-
or electronic? Yeah. Electronic first. Someone make an electronic roll.
I don't have electronics.
I have electronics 1.
Okay, well, there's
I
three
will
of you.
make an electronics roll.
Beautiful.
Jumping up. Volunteering. I will do it myself. Just add the skill, don't add intelligence or anything like
Right.
that.
Yep, just the skill.
Boom, a
Okay,
big 10.
right. Lance manages to wire in his or someone's tablet into the system. Someone with computer can start going through. Okay, Devon, what you find out is that, like on all ships, although you don't get an energy signal, there is a faint current keeping like just emergency stuff going. What that allows you to do is tie into some of the very basic sensors on board ship. What you can tell on board the ship is that there is an atmosphere. Oxygen level is at around about 85%. Temperature is around about minus 50.
cold.
And as far as you can tell, and you're not really sure because you can't get into the motion sensors because that would be a bit of a higher level thing. There doesn't seem to be any indicator of any movement, life signs, or anything of that sort. Anything that would suggest to you that there's anything on board that's still motion, alive in motion.
Are there any records of what this cargo ship was carrying?
You'd need to boot up the actual computer.
Is it a recognizable design? Is it like a bar trader? What's the design?
That was an awful lot of feedback there, Jerry, but I got most of that.
Jerry, we lost Jerry. He's drifting off into space.
It's what the ship may look like, and all electronics is based basically on the same thing, and that's Devon's just got into the basics. He hasn't really got into any high level stuff. So what you need to know the manifest, you need to get onto to reboot their computer and get access into that sort of stuff, or go and find out for yourself.
Do we have something thematic, though, that we figure out where the bridge, engineering, cargo is?
That's why I was
No,
wondering if there was a
okay,
common
no.
design. We could know what the layout is inside.
No. Coming towards it, it didn't look like a common design to you.
Okay.
Yeah. And you don't have access to that higher level stuff, Devin.
Right.
Just some really, really basic stuff. The only other thing, so you've got temperature, you've got atmospherics, and it looks like, as I said, they're on emergency sort of battery sort of stuff, and that can last for 100 years or so. So you're not actually expecting a hell of a lot of security.
Yeah.
The biggest thing you might expect would be automatically closing doors. You would not expect automated weaponry. You might expect atmosphere to be vented, but it's all that sort of last ditch sort of stuff. Either kill you or contain you. That sort of thing is probably what you can expect as a form of security on board the ship.
Open the airlock. Cycle it.
Sorry, Eric, I missed that.
I cycle the airlock to open it.
Okay. Rightio. You cycle the airlock. As soon as you cycle the airlock, it goes red inside, so you know you definitely are on emergency powers. So there is some very low level about red of the strength of the color. So even with your lights on, it still is a bit gloomy. As you move slowly into the inside, past the airlock. As you pass the airlock, first of all, as you pass the airlock, you'll see that there were 6 units, basically, where people would be able to hang their gear. So you're expecting that there's probably was 6, at least 6 ship staff, ship crew. There may be others, but at least 6 ship crew.
We're going to try to head towards what I think is the bridge. I don't know if anyone's coming with me or not.
Okay.
Sure.
I'll go alongside. Yeah.
Okay. So you
Laser rifle ready.
Yep. You cycle through to get into the main ship. As you do, you'll notice that even though it's really, really cold, there is a little bit of rime on a lot of the decking, but there are also little ice particles. So at some stage it was quite moist in here. There is quite a few little icy particles. As you go along, Will, you pick up a terminal. I don't know if you want to stop and try to boot it up and do something with it or not. It's probably the main computer is not really operating, so it might be totally useless to you, but it might hold a little bit more information, and you won't know until you get it going.
Will?
Pierre?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm still back on the other ship, but there's something I can do here remotely.
Were you? I thought you went over.
I thought you were with us.
No, I didn't.
We was doing the electronics.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, you went.
I thought I
Yeah,
didn't because
Oh, you're back on the other ship. Okay.
yeah, because
He
you
was a
needed one person.
hallucination.
No, Pierre, that's
we thought
what
we
are.
lost Will.
Yeah.
Right,
You don't want
Jerry, you've got electronics.
All right, you need me to do an electronics roll.
It's up to you if you want to or not.
God
But
darn it, I
you-
tried, but I'm sucking.
Okay. Anyone else got electronics on your team?
Yeah, I
Eric.
got electronics.
I think Wee Woo. Did you get her?
No, she's
Oh,
on the ship.
we
We're still on the ship. We
Will
thought we
said
had
we
Weaver,
was
but he
last.
was stopping us.
Yeah, he missed the ship.
Oh man, we're not doing so well with the Lexus.
Okay, you cannot get this this terminal operational unless Negan or Devon has, because I think that's the four of you over there. Negan with or Devon has electronic ability.
I just have computer, no electronics.
Okay, so once they get it going, you can get into it, or try to anyway.
Can't get it running.
Yep. Okay, so you will keep your eye out for the rest of them. So this ship, you follow the corridor heading in the general direction forward, is the direction you've sort of taken. It does curve slightly, so you get sort of around about 25 feet in front of you all the time. And you know, just slightly curve, it's sort of you're just seeing about 25 feet. You'll get to a point where you'll pass around about 15, 20 feet on from the terminal. There's a door which would indicate some sort of room. Up to you whether you want to open or not. You aren't in the bridge yet, but yeah, so to the right, to the left of you would be the outer hull. To the right of you is the inner workings of the ship.
Do we have an electronic sensors or a pocket computer that could like detect life signatures or any motion or movement beyond the door? Or
Probably not. You'd have to try to wire yourself into the system and get the system up and running in the first place.
yeah. Should we open this bad boy? Better be ready to shoot if we do.
Yes, I open it.
Okay, before you open it, I need positions.
I'm standing near him and I have my laser rifle aimed so when the door opens, I'm ready to fire.
Okay, are you to the left, the right, or right in front of it?
I am to the left of him and the door. I'm not right in front of it, but I'm definitely able to aim in directly.
Mario.
And I'm in position to fire.
Okay, that's all cool. Devon? Oh, wait.
I'm going to have a flashbang ready to throw.
Yep, but where are you positioned?
I am further into the ship to the right side of the door.
Okay, and Negan, where are you?
I'll have my my magnetic boots on,
Yep.
and then I'll have my laser rifle out and seeing if I can pick out a shot.
Okay, left or right of the door?
I will be.
I'll go
I will be.
to the right.
Okay. Yep.
How tall are the ceilings?
They're about 12 feet.
12 feet? Wow, that's tall.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to be standing on the wall, kneeling.
Yep.
When I press and when I press the button to open the door.
There's no electronics in the system, remember. There's no power.
You got to manually twist it open.
Yeah.
Push it open.
Okay, well,
That's going to take your energy. That's why we're aiming.
I'm standing. I will be standing on the wall.
Yep.
The door handle is when I. Do I have to push or pull the door open?
You're going to have to grunt it open however you can.
Okay, is it a push door or a pull door?
It's a sliding door, so probably a pull
door
would be the starting
Okay,
point.
well then I will stand on the wall on the opposite side of the door handle and strap a strap around it.
Yep.
You don't have to open it full.
So that I will be out of the line of fire.
Okay. Rightio. So you're heaving ho on the door.
Standing on the wall.
Yeah. What is your character strength, sorry, Glenn?
I am very strong.
Cool. So you'd be the ideal person. Okay. And you're on the wall just using gravity or using your mag boots?
I will have my gravity boots on because I'll need that leverage.
Cool. Okay. So it starts.
Yeah, kind of hard to force the door open if it's 0 G.
So there is, as I said, there is an atmosphere in here. So you will hear the sound over your speakers inside your helmets. There's a grinding, and sort of builds into from a grinding to a low sort of moan up to a high screech. By the time the door gets opened, it's not a creature, it's just the metal, and the thing's moving. As he does, you guys are all ready. Lights go shining into the room. There is no light inside, so you've got the red light of the corridor and no light inside, so your beams go in, and then just very briefly something passes through the beam and keeps on and floats out into the corridor. It's around about 4 inches by around about 3 inches, and it seems to be roughly spheroid, ellipsoid sort of in shape.
I duck.
All right.
I actually leap.
Bright
I
yellow.
leap so that they don't shoot me dead.
Right. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm gonna
John's
back up, get away from it.
All right, so you're
How-
going to move back.
how big is
Yeah.
this thing now?
It's about 3-4 inches ellipsoid, sort of.
Like a frozen hot dog or something.
No, close to an egg shape, but more equal.
Does
But
it look
about-
like a giant sperm?
No, no scale. It's just that thing. So, Devon's backed
It's
up.
like a,
Lance is backed up. What about Negan and Rogers?
You know what? Hell, I'm gonna shoot the thing. I got
Okay.
dexterity of 14. I'm just gonna shoot it.
Radio. You're just going to
Yeah,
base
what the
minus
hell?
4 because it's so small. But way you go.
-4, but what do I get bonus for my dex? I got
You
plus
get all your
1.
bonuses. You get all your other stuff. And this thing's armor would be considered. So we're talking laser, aren't we?
I'm doing laser rifle, yeah, which would be 5D.
Sorry.
I don't have the.
Yeah. Just getting to
What's the mods on that? And my
So, laser
dexterity.
rifle, so +3 for no armor. It's short range +2 plus your dexterity bonus -4.
What is my dex bonus on that? I don't even know. 14. I gotta
That's,
look.
Gotta be +2.
yeah.
So I got like +8, -4, +4 to hit this thing?
mhm.
Okay. Alright, here we go.
Yep.
I'd say I zapped whatever the hell it is.
Yep. 46, please.
5d6, you mean?
56, sorry, yes.
Alright, we're going on that. 17.
Okay, you vaporize it.
Feels
Everybody's
safer
probably looking
already.
at me like, why the hell did you do that?
What was that about? What was that? So,
I was
Captain,
afraid
you
I-
hear the laser go.
You don't know that was a little plant turd. We ain't letting that get out of there.
Whatever it was.
Everything all right?
I searched the room.
Yep. Okay.
Well,
you're
no,
moving through.
we can't take the specimen back if we vaporized it.
Whatever it was. Yep. Okay, rightio. So you get into the room. What you find in this room is it's probably someone who's booked passage, but there's no body or anything here. But what you do find is like most things are attached to the ground or the wall or something, but there are some things that are just floating in the 0G. And there's a couple more of those eggy things, whatever they are, floating around with a small soft toy, a rattle, and some other bits and pieces.
I'm gonna back out of the room. I don't want to get near the floating things.
Okay.
Is there a container or something we can contain one of these floating things?
If you want to.
I'd recommend we contain it in a box or something. I have a feeling it's of significance. I'm not going to shoot these other floating things. I shot one of them. I mean, they don't seem to be a threat, but they could be potentially something bigger than they are.
Well, I can whack one with my cudgel.
Could
Do you?
be. It could be a seedling to one of these, whatever we call
Okay.
them.
That's what I was thinking.
Are you hitting one, are you? Okay, make your roll.
Wouldn't they have like some sort of airtight container?
Yeah.
There would be some small boxes that you could put one of these things in if you want.
I'm going to try to put one in a box. I'm going to try to open a box and catch it.
Or something like that that's available in the
I'm going to try to open a box and catch it.
Yeah,
Yep,
make sure it's
pretty
airtight.
easy. Yeah.
What do I need to roll?
Oh no, it's easy. It's very easy. Dave,
Okay.
are you hitting another one with your cudgel?
No, if you got one, I'm not gonna mess with it.
Okay, rightio. So Glenn, can I get your character please to give me a? Hopefully you have tactics.
You want Teddy Bear to roll tactics?
All right. So yep,
Bear with me. Sorry,
that's okay.
getting a little bite here. Tactics. I do not have tactics. I have survival.
Okay, so this is a 2d6 minus 3 moment, please.
All right. I do have recon. But anyway.
I need a tactics
Devin
in this
has.
particular case. Yeah. Well, he's in the room, or was in the room. Okay, rightio. As far as you're concerned, there's nothing in the corridor apart from you and any other your team members. Okay, so
I informed the rest of the party that we're all alone here.
Yep.
Everything's just fine. We're perfectly safe.
What about forward observer?
Yeah.
That's the
Forward observer is totally different.
Yeah,
It's totally different.
Right.
Yeah, that's artillery.
Yeah.
Okay.
Calling in air support.
So just remember, guys, the lighting is very dark. You've only got your helmet lights as you're moving around those tight beams. You've got that slight icicle glittery effect going on in the atmosphere. Your suits are still reading the temperature at around about 49 degrees below. They're still reading around about 85% oxygen. There is enough atmosphere in here, it's just that if you take anything off, you will freeze to death very, very quickly. But all that sort of stuff, just so you know, Devin, it's still all checking out via your suit and everyone else's suit.
Huh.
Okay, so what are you doing?
Well, I'm just hanging around with the laser rifle ready, and I got one thing in the catch, and I'm
Cool.
listening and watching, and I'm just ready to fire if need be.
Okay.
I'm not doing anything.
So, Devin, you carry on forward to where you think the bridge is?
Yeah, I'm heading back. I'm heading towards the bridge.
Okay, so you take out, your marching order will be Devin in the front. Who's behind him?
I'll go behind him.
Okay, third would be...
I suppose I can follow too, since we're going to leave that room and head that
third,
way.
and that means Lance, you're at the rear. Okay. You carry on walking until you get to another door that's partially open. You sort of quickly flash your lights, and it's another room. God, what do you call them? Just a room. Bloody hell, the brain's gone dead. Anyway, just another.
Stateroom, med lab.
Stateroom. Thank you, for fuck's sake, brain dead.
So let's say,
Hey,
quick,
listen to
someone
the
play
stateroom.
some music to cover.
Yeah, quickly.
Doo, doo,
Yeah.
doo.
Ah,
Break music. Okay, so yeah, you keep on going around it. You've got a door on the left of you now, which would be the outer hull. But you have curved quite a bit, so this could be like a side bridge. This could be where the bridge is, although there's no marking indicating it. And there actually hasn't been any markings indicating what the rooms are. They're just there.
There's been no language whatsoever we've seen, so we can't.
You haven't seen, apart from a few serial numbers, which you would sort of take as being identifying specific sections. No, nothing that obvious. Ceiling is still 12 feet tall. The corridor is approximately 6 foot wide. It is metal. It has a grate floor that, and beneath that there is actually a metal floor. And there's a roughly about a 6-inch drop between the grate and the actual floor. But apart from that, no. There's like seams where pipes would be covered, that sort of stuff on the walls. There's the odd electronic junction box. There's, as I said, there's the odd terminal. But apart from that, it's all very, very basic. And the lighting is actually coming up from beneath the floor, not over the floor.
I do not have my grav boots turned on.
Okay.
I am floating I am propelling myself as I need to.
Yep. Okay.
I assume there are handholds on the walls.
I will try to pry open this possible sub-bridge door.
Okay. So you get some movement. What's your character strength? Sorry.
Only 6.
6. Okay. You try and you turn around to.
I can do it.
Yeah. He's got the strength. So again, with much grinding and screeching, he gets the door open about a good 8-7 inches. He sort of looks sideways. You can definitely see a starfield outside, so it definitely has a window to the outside. Whether that's a bridge or not, you're not sure. So do you want to try to grunt the rest of the door open, or?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. We'll open it up. I'll do the same thing. We'll open it up. Let everybody get in position.
I'm to the left of him, the same position I was before with laser rifle ready.
Yep. Okay. Do you have tactics at all, Jerry? Your character?
No, I don't. I'm tactics -3.
Okay. Wait. Make your roll.
Tactics. Okay.
3.
1 second.
And Dave, can I get you to make a tactics roll? If you don't, it's a -3.
Okay.
I don't even know what I rolled.
6.
6. Not horrible for a -3, but not great either.
No.
Oh.
Okay, this is a roll, not including the -3.
Another
You're
6.
at the same thing.
Okay,
6.
rightio. So, a bit grunting, Devon, Lance, you finally get the door open. You sort of float in a little bit and just have a quick look around. It's a small observation deck, not actually the bridge.
Small observation deck. Is there any more computer terminals or anything where we could plug in electronics?
There is.
Can I do an electronics roll and maybe take a stab at that?
Yep.
Wouldn't it be computers?
Electronics.
Well, we got to get it running.
Computers to get in.
We get it going, and then you can do a computer roll. I got an 8.
Okay.
I got an 8.
Brilliant. And
actually, I got a 10. Wait a minute, I had a -1. I thought I had a +1, so I actually got a 10.
And then
I rolled a 9, and it should have been a +1, not a -1.
No, so you basically can get this thing running. It does read it's not connecting to the main server, but it does have its own subsystems.
Well, we might be able to get a layout of the building or something if Nagin can do a computer. You can get on there and do
I don't have computers, or I have level 0.
Devon, I think.
Devon. I'm sorry, Eric. Devon.
Yep. Okay. It's not that hard. Being a subsystem, it doesn't have as much, so there's not that much security on it. So you can definitely pull up a medic. So this ship actually has 3 levels. You are currently on the top level, and the top level actually doesn't have the bridge. It has basically a huge ring of staterooms, a small galley at the end, and at the front it has on each side it has a observation deck. What you need to do is find the elevator or one of the tubes down to the second level, where you have the actual, basically between the two observation decks. That's like if you were to punch a hole in the wall to your right and then go down a level, you'd be right in the bridge. And then the level below that is the cargo bay. So you've got the bridge, the crew gear, the crew stuff, and the engines. On top, you've got the passengers, and the bottom, you've got the cargo deck.
So we could scan that and transfer that data to a pocket computer, right, and have schematics to follow? Yeah.
Easy enough.
I'd say we do that and follow the map to the bridge. We want to get to the bridge.
Is there anything else you want to look for while you're there, Devin?
Yeah, so this being an observation deck, is that like observing like outside?
Yeah, just observe the star field and that sort of stuff.
I don't know if they had like sensors here where I can see what the last few moments they recorded in memory.
Okay. What you get a log of the system. So first of all, you actually get the name of the ship, which is the Rapport, R-A-P-P-O-R-T. Apparently, she's actually a 600-ton mercantile transporter. And it's got some data that who was here looking at. They were actually looking at Aspis. So it sounds like it was headed, looks like it was headed to Aspis before it got shut down. In the logs, things seem to be going well, and then all of a sudden, just the log stops. The only thing you know that could possibly do that is you suddenly have the power outage, boom, and it just stops. Because there's no shutdown signals, there's no other log. The only other thing, it usually is just a total withdrawal of power or a total destruction of the system, basically, and the system's still sitting there. So your assumption is that the ship suddenly lost main power.
We go to engineering then, guys, or should we still go to the bridge?
Stick with the bridge. Then we'll go to engineering.
Okay.
I mean, that's my vote.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay. So after a little bit of huffing and puffing, you guys will find on this deck a because obviously the lifts won't work, so you find a tube to actually be able to climb down. I'm keeping your marching order the same, so that's how you're heading down. Devin, you're up first. So you climb down the tube, you exit, you look around. The ceilings here are only 8 feet tall, so this is definitely a more compacted, just a, and definitely doesn't look as flash as the level above. It's very functional. This actually has 2 sets of lights, 2 sets of red lights, one above and one below, so you do have a little bit more illumination. The atmosphere is still the same. The temperature you're reading is still reading 50 degrees below. You're still reading about 85% atmosphere oxygen in the atmosphere, and you still got those flecks of ice in the atmosphere floating around. As soon as you get out the tube, basically across the corridor slightly to your left is, according to the diagram, the door to the bridge. It probably is because it's the first time you can see something with an actual number pad.
I will make an electronics roll.
Okay.
Open the door with the number pad, and my compatriots will set up to fire.
Yes.
Not at me.
And if he has trouble, I'll take a stab at the electronics roll too.
Yeah. Whenever you're ready, sir.
Once again, I will stand on the wall.
Right.
And roll 2d6.
Okay.
Yeah.
You get enough energy through it to unlock, and the doors do start to unwind a little bit. It's double door, so they start to unwind. They stop, but you've got about 1.5 feet to get through. You're probably going to find that difficult. You're probably going to have to push it through further. Your light will go straight in. There's light coming in from the outside, so you can see a star field straight away from the light, from the screen. There are, again, it's empty. There's a headset drifting attached to the console. There's 3 chairs here you can sort of see. There's very minimal power going to a part of the console. Now, Jerry, your character, who else has ship's boat? Sorry?
I do.
You do? Okay, Jerry and you, Devon, would recognize this part as probably an automated distress signal. But you know that the distress signal is not being sent out, but it is being recorded on the console. That's, you know, just with your knowledge of how these things are set up, roughly that's what you guess it to be.
We listen to the distress call.
Okay, so you're going to have to get someone to do an electronics roll.
You got the door open, so I'll take a stab at that. I rolled a 10.
Wait a minute.
Okay. He's done it, but yeah, what do you want to do?
So it turns on the message. Is it going to send?
Message should already be sending.
Oh, I thought you said
For some reason it's not. We're just curious
inside
what
here, inside on the console, it looks like it's sending, but you guys and all the sensory readings got nothing on the outside.
comms might be broke down, but the message is still cycling within the system.
Yeah. So it's sending out, when you can bring it up, it's sending out a standard SOS message.
Nothing more than standard SOS, ship down, power outage.
Yeah. So so it's probable at the moment that the ship it suffered a huge power loss.
I've got a question, Steve. Is there a way we can check the timeline? I mean, did this happen to the ship like a long time ago, or did it happen about the same time as the event with the Stargate?
Okay, well, to do all that, you'd need to, Devon, you'd need to get the computer system up and running, and the same answer to your question, Jerry, is you'd need to get the computer up and running to try to work out timelines and stuff.
Devon rolled a 13 on computers.
Okay, radio, bringing up the computer. You're getting fluctuations across the board because you're draining basically the emergency battery, and that doesn't have a shitload left in it. What information you can get, the emergency signal was sent out roughly 70 years ago.
Oh gosh! So this is All right. Is that? Wait a minute. What's the time frame on the event? Was it 70 years ago they had the event? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. 70 years ago is when Google went up in flames.
Yeah, Devon, you get some of the cargo manifest. There is a lot of consumables. There are some computer parts, and there would be some metal ore.
Huh. Interesting.
We can take. Can we take that? I mean, don't we have enough some space in our cargo hold? We can take some of that.
No. You're pretty consuming Gables, yes. No.
Yeah.
You are stock. Well, the extra space you've got on both ships I think
If we
Eric's
were in the
got
Shalimar,
a
we'd be scavenging it.
yeah. The gig, I think Devon's got his motorcycle in, but I think it's got a cargo bay of 3 ton or something. The gig, yeah, I think it's got 3 ton. So there might be 2 other ton there.
Let's go down to the engineering.
Okay.
At this point, we'll turn the computer off, and go down to engineering.
Rightio. So that's
Is there something in here? Is there something in here that we could use as a pry bar? And I've got kind of visualized as a telescoping baton, but
nothing.
I got another question. If we don't find any bodies, there's no human bodies anywhere.
No
None.
bodies here at all. Nothing at the moment.
No bodies at all.
Nope.
So this is a fully
Yeah, there's a novelty pry bar that looks like a tibia. Oh wait, it is a tibia.
Has a little flower growing on it.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, so you make your way down towards. Yeah.
You know what, Steve? I look on the little hand computer and I look for a supply closet or whatever they call it. Now I've got your brain disease.
It's horrible, isn't it? Okay,
I know.
Yeah.
There's kind of a utility closet.
Ship's locker.
What about also low bursts? There's got to be potentially, isn't there emergency low bursts? I mean, if the ship's going down, the survivors, if there's no bodies, maybe there's enough ELBs where they're in stasis.
Wherever they are, perhaps. Yep.
Well, we've got the schematics. We should be able to find that easy.
So what you find, going over the schematics now, you can locate a ship locker on this level. You can also locate 1 3-pod emergency low berth in the sick bay. The other thing is this ship also had its own little small vessel,
like a launch.
A little bit bigger. The small. I'm trying to work out.
Like a Pinus.
40 ton. So
about a Pinus. Yeah.
It would fit everybody on board ship if they needed to get out.
Well, they might have got out on that.
Yeah, but you only got 3 low berths. And the thing is, coming into the ship, you don't remember seeing a Pinus anywhere.
I think the Pinus probably left. Well, we would know where the Pinus is supposed to be docked, so we could check the low bursts on the Pinus.
How big is a Pinus?
40 ton, I think.
Oh, okay.
So it's about twice the size of your gig.
It's got a bay or a place to attach.
Let me ask this question: does anybody in the group currently have tactics?
I don't think any of us do, which sucks.
That's a big no. Okay, sounds good.
I know I don't.
Yeah.
Okay. On.
Yeah. So do you want to move towards the ship's locker?
I want to go to the ship's locker so that I can get a worthy tool.
Okay.
With which to open doors, because it's just going to get harder.
Right. So,
I'm going to stick with him and keep cover, keep my eyes open, and I'll stick with Glenn's guy, and we'll keep the laser going.
Hopefully we will all go together, because...
Yeah, I would think so. Okay. I would suggest we make a plan. Ship's locker, low burst, and then...
let's go to the ship's locker and then go to engineering. If they're out of power.
Well, they're not out of power. They're in emergency power. They could still be running.
Yes, and we're burning it up.
Yeah.
The emergency power.
So you, so first of all, Devin, can I get a tactics roll from you and a tactics roll from Lance, please?
Yeah,
Tactics roll -3.
tactics sucks. Don't we get any intelligence mods on those tactics rolls?
Why not? No. No.
I got a 4.
4. Okay. So, guys, you are just really slowly, carefully floating through the ship. You get to where the ship's locker is.
It's open.
All right.
So
I need to
what's
make
missing? The vac suits is missing. The med kit is missing. Patches for holes is missing.
spacesuit holes.
Yeah, all those patches things are missing. Crowbars are there. Yeah.
Okay. Me and whoever else is strong grab a crowbar apiece.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to call it? Yeah.
Okay.
I assume it's like a boarding. Yeah, it's got like an axe and a.
Sorry?
Oh, that's for stuff.
Is there any weapons in that?
No weapons. They're all gone. Yeah. Well, the crowbars. Yeah. You
Bones.
moving towards the engineering section now, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, radio. Devon, as you move towards the engineering section, just because you mentioned it before, you're noticing a rise in radiation.
Not good. The core's
Nothing dangerous
breached.
to you yet, but there is a rise. You arrive at the engineering door. There's definitely a high concentration. If we said 100 rads was going to be dangerous to you, you're at around about 70 right now on this side of the wall.
Can I use my engineering and find out, see if I can figure out what's going on?
I could too. I'm an engineer. I think the hole's breached, and there's a fusion leak. There's radioactive leak.
Basically, both of you could make that assumption that the drive has been breached.
And I would recommend we turn around and not go past that door.
Also, I'll just leave it at that for the moment. Yeah.
I recommend we go check out the emergency low bursts. I'd imagine they're empty, and I imagine we know the Pinus is already gone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no Pinus there, so they left. They ejected. Somehow the ship. My guess is when they came through the gate and that big explosion came about, the ship was damaged. They escaped in the Pinus 70 years ago, and who knows what happened to them. No idea.
Okay. Yeah. So you going to, where are you going, guys?
The medic.
Okay, radio. You go into the mid bay. The crowbars make it super easy to open the doors, and you'll find a lot of the stuff is still there. There's two spare med kits. There's some other medical drugs. You're not really sure what they are, but there's injectors, and there's there's stuff there.
I'd grab a bag and put everything I possibly can into the bag.
Radio.
And we let Jerry look for pods.
Okay. Yep. So you'll come across the emergency low booth.
Are they occupied?
No.
They're empty.
Empty.
All three of them are empty.
Yep.
I think we're at a stalemate here. I think we're at a stalemate. I say we get the hell out of here.
Well, there's still cargo.
Yeah, but cargo's of no value to us. We don't have any cargo space. We're recon.
Well, what was the cargo again?
There was ore, there was consumables, and there were computer parts.
Consumables means food.
Mm-hmm. Depends on.
And
Yep.
70-year-old food.
Yeah. So, potentially we could use the food, right? Potentially
Possibly.
use the computer parts, but they're probably not. Okay, well, if you want to snag some food, it might save us a little time later.
I thought we stocked up to the hilt when we left Aspis.
So when you left the naval base in the system, they gave you.
We called the captain. We called
Yep.
the captain and asked the captain, "Hey, captain, you want us to
Give him a
grab
dial-up.
some 70-year-old, protein bars?"
Yeah. No, I think we're good.
About that. They look very, very nice. They're very good.
Yeah, it says the stoner who just smoked one before he got on the ship.
Well, considering that there's like potential biohazard. No.
No, okay.
Little radiation never hurt nobody.
Is there
Radiation.
anywhere else you guys think you need to go before you return?
I couldn't taste any worse than the coffee we drank while we were deployed.
You call that coffee?
What about
I gotta go to the toilet.
Is there a hydroponics or a life support system?
You'd need the computer system. There's an area where that stuff is supposed to be loaded in for the system.
But it's probably put.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's no bodies. There's no Pinus. It's been abandoned ship. There's a
I thought it was
breach.
Pinus. Anyway,
Whatever,
never-
Pinus, Pinus. You know what I meant. Yeah.
40 tons.
Ship's boat. Ship's boat. There's no ship's boat.
You say Pinus, I say Pinus. Steve
Someone
says
says
penis.
penis.
Pinus, penis, Pinus, whatever.
Actually, sorry, just sidetracking. One night, early on when we were playing this game, we had what do you call it? A general questions night, trivia night, and the question was something to do with a penis, but unfortunately, yes, I pronounced it incorrectly. Yeah. Really, really embarrassing. But anyway.
I thought
Yeah.
Penos was Greek for penis.
Oh, I don't know.
Penis.
No.
Kind of like a pillar thing with a rocket on the end, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just put out a 40 penis.
Yeah.
If you're looking on the Traveler book, they're kind of shaped the same, a little.
I know, they're phallic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything is phallic in Traveler. Anyway,
There we go.
okay.
Yep.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, so let's Diddy Mao. Obviously, the monsters have no treasure, so yeah. Else anybody wants to look at? I mean, we can go look at the hydroponics. We can go
There's
look
no
at the cargo bay.
I'm pretty burned out on this thing. I don't think there's any. We do have a sample we can take to the med bay and have our medic skill guy take a look at. I remember I got a sample of the floaty thing.
Mm-hmm.
Put that in some kind of secure container and keep it in our med lab, whatever that is.
Well, you can find a hermetically sealed container in the med lab that you're in.
Yeah, we're in the med lab right now. Let's grab a medical. Let's do that. Transfer it into that.
Okay.
That would be a wise call. Yeah, we do that.
Good.
Yeah. And then I say we take our guns and we float our way the hell out of here and go back. My suggestion, let's get back to our ship's boat. What's it called again? I've got a brain cramp. Our little ship, our gig.
Yeah, I don't think you named
Yeah.
it.
No, we named it the gig.
The gig, yeah.
I thought that's what.
Let's get back to the gig, and then let's take the gig back to the skipper and let him know what the deal is.
I think we should like paint and like kind of gothic, electronic stuff on the outside and call it the Geiger.
The Geiger
instead.
Geiger.
Get a huge mock-up of one of those aliens on the back. Yeah.
Yeah, like with
flies through space.
Yeah, with like breasts with
pilots.
needles poking out or something weird.
Yeah, we can like put a picture of one of us shooting one of these gurks.
There you go. Yeah. Or a deep jerk. Yeah. We warned you. Okay, so is there going anywhere else? You going back to the?
Leave the med bay. I'm going to take the balloon and float it down the hallway just to see what happens.
Okay. You push it, and the balloon just goes straight until it hits the wall because it is slightly curved, and it bounces a little bit and angles off out of sight.
It keeps going into the beyond.
Okay.
Bye, balloon.
Yeah. Anyone else comes up, they're going to go, "What the hell is this balloon doing here?" Okay.
Well,
so,
that's what we're thinking with this green juke, or this egg-shaped thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so guys, I just need the boat doesn't need to be worried about firing, skill on. You just disengage and you're back on your ship.
Now, before they get out of their ship and into the main ship, they're gonna have to come out one at a time for I think it's Rise to take a look at them.
Okay.
I'm gonna quarantine them first.
Okay, we got two doctors, surgeons, so they can both be there doing their thing.
Yeah, one at a time.
Okay, as
all right.
That's fine. We'd set down our guns and take our time, and we're good. And we say what we got, come out one at a time, and let him do his deal.
Yep.
Yeah. When I go to the med bay, I start drooling uncontrollably and scratching my head.
He's one of them. Shoot him.
You start, making weird sounds.
I start saying things like, "Really have the urge for like some coleslaw?" I'm like really dying for some coleslaw.
Yeah, Gaius looks over at you.
Yeah, we just fuck with him a little.
Whatever.
Yeah, we gotta fuck
here,
with
I'll give you a shot. I'll give you a shot to get rid of that coleslaw fetish. Yeah. And don't give me your arm. And he pulls out this needle. It's around about 6 inches long. Just bend over and smile for your country. Anyway. Yeah. So anyway, that sort of stuff goes down. Then Gaius and the other guys start to work on the other thing, and about 10 minutes later, they come out and they both got this really serious look on their face.
Uh-oh.
Well?
What's up?
So they meet you guys in the main galley room, yeah?
They're still quarantined somewhere until they were told that.
Did I give him? I gave him the thing we
That's
got, right?
And they come back out. And they meet you in the galley room. Yeah. They go, "Oh my god, I don't know how you could have brought it back on ship." And then one of them produces it and opens it up, and out float a couple of little toys. And he just looks at you.
I immediately duck under the table and start screaming.
Okay. He really does need a shot. Okay, so they just sort of like just leave it on the table. It's like I don't know, Jack's or something. It's just a little kiddie container thing. You shot some poor little kid's toys, you big meanie.
Oh, really? So these little floaty things weren't even anything organic. They're just shit.
Yeah, they're just little kid toy container things.
I thought it was an organic piece of something.
He said toys. He said toys. When we went into the room, he said there's toys floating around in the room.
Yeah. It's okay. That's a little bit of paranoia.
Boy, man, right to the gutter. I swear to God.
So
I think we all live there.
What do you find out? You don't find out much, but you have managed to get 2 extra med kits and some other bits and pieces.
Woohoo!
But nothing of anything about the creature. Did you want to do a flyby of the ship or not?
Yeah, we want to see what happened to the pinnace.
Okay, well, Pinnace is nowhere to be found, but as you
right?
sort of, as Tacoma sort of flies around the ship, you can definitely see an entry point in the aft on the port side that probably has gone through and pierced the engine, the core, and that's probably what's happened. It hasn't pierced it enough to create an explosion, but it's definitely, destroyed the engine, the power supply, and all that sort of stuff.
So I go talk to the navigator and I say, navigator.
Is that Pierre? Isn't it
Yep.
Pierre's guy?
Yep.
Pierre. Okay, well I'll go talk to Will Weaver.
Yep.
All right.
Hello, Will. You read
Hi
me,
there.
Will?
Yeah, I'm monitoring.
I hear nothing. Okay, I go talk to Will and I ask him if I were a pinnace in this system.
It can be sometimes.
340 tons.
I was a Pinnace in the system.
I'd be looking for the warm, moist place.
I'd be looking for a nice place to birth.
I'm not getting you. You seem to have stopped your question.
Oh,
reading you.
shit.
We would sit in the corner and just rolls her eyes like, oh my god.
What are these guys doing?
Obviously
Okay.
never went to college. Yeah. She's like, oh my god.
So you're heading in system. Back on.
Well, where would the pinnace actually reasonably go in this system?
Well, 70 years
Kinda
ago,
Yeah.
standard operations would mean it would return back to the home planet, which
There
didn't
is no
exist then.
planet. The planet was destroyed the same time they ejected. So who knows where they went? They might have went out of system.
Is there
No,
another
because-
place where it could have gone? Is there like a small planet somewhere where there's like 3 old men and
No.
a really lovely blonde in a short skirt?
No. The other two
Attractive.
possible, if the planet's gone, the only other 2 possible places would either be the naval base or the scout base that they could go to because it's an.
Well, we were right on top of the scout base. Didn't we want to go check that out next?
Mm-hmm.
Well, no. We've already been to one and we're heading to the other.
No, we haven't been to the scout
No,
base. This is the old abandoned scout base. We were just on a ship we found floating.
No,
We said all our
we've been at the naval base.
Yeah, you've been to
We're
the naval
heading
base.
to the
That's
scout
the
base.
new naval base. Oh,
Yep.
yeah. There's an abandoned scout base that we were looking to explore.
That's where we're going.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, 1G from here
All
on
good.
out.
Oh, and I take the toys.
Okay.
I don't know what they are. Is it a ball and jacks or?
Probably yes, and a yo-yo.
And unfortunately, we're not going to
hell
blow
yeah.
this ship up because I don't want to draw attention.
Okay. Rightio.
We don't know.
Well,
Yeah. What I want to know is how is Lance going to weaponize the yo-yo?
I haven't figured that out yet.
Okay.
I will think about it.
You swing it around your head and do some damage to someone.
Yeah, in 0G, it probably would really be kind of scary. But is it one that lights up when you flick it?
And do around
If
the
you
world.
want it to be. Yep. If you want it to be.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. Okay.
Here's a trick called walking the human.
I think. Can we radio the naval base and tell them, hey, look, there's this derelict ship.
No, it's narrow band, and they haven't given you any channel to. And you would have been instructed not to send anything back in their direction in case
someone was listening.
They total paranoia.
Yeah.
You know, they always
Yeah.
say that these things don't have any technology, but they're saying no, we're going to do this anyway in case they do.
We
We're kinda on our own.
we don't we don't understand how intelligent they really
Well,
are.
I kind of hate for all this cargo to go to waste. Somebody should get it, but whatever.
No.
Oh.
It's been 70 years. There'll probably be another 70 years.
Okay, so you come in system, and as you come in, you can see the rather nasty remains of the planet. As expected, there's not a shitload here. And you start to get into the debris field.
Yeah.
And now is when I'm going to need a piloting roll, please, Tacoma, just to avoid hitting any of the debris.
I will. In the turrets, we'll get in the turrets in case we need to shoot rocks.
Cool. Oh, shoot.
Nice!
Okay, radio, your ship takes some damage. You have had an impact.
Yeah.
Give me a... Do this as if it was a combat, but slightly less.
Whoa! I hit on the hit roll table.
Yeah, I'm just going to turn to it. Where are we? Here we go. Okay. 2d6 Tacoma.
Was the captain like hitting my stash while we were on the other ship?
I don't know. Turret. He's managed to knock one of the turrets. So 1 to 4, I'll do that.
Oh, fuck me!
And you guys are in there. So starting at the front. No, so I don't. Okay, no, it's Gaius's turret, and he wasn't in there.
No, he didn't totally destroy it. He just knocked it out.
He's knocked it, and yeah, you hear a couple of choice words from Gaius saying, "Could you be a little bit more accurate and just take me out of my misery? Now I've got to fix this frickin' thing."
I'm gonna double check the engineering while this is going on.
Okay, make a roll.
I rolled a 14.
Nice, everything's in top wonderful shape. Okay, Captain. Another roll, please.
God, I wish I could roll that shit when I'm on a tactics roll. Damn.
Okay, radio, you bring it in nice and easy. I need a sensor sweep roll, please, and Samuel, you might need to get up in a second. But Will first to locate the actual escape base amongst all of the floating debris.
Yeah, we'll seal that turret up. What was that? A laser turret?
Laser, yeah, it was your starboard laser.
Yeah, we're
your port laser. We're
gonna have to seal it up, make sure that there was like nothing in that debris, like one of these things. That
It's
could have
repairable.
attached itself.
It's just temporary damage.
Yeah.
Repairable. Let's take a little
Are
time.
you there? Are you there, Pierre?
Yep.
Yeah, sorry. What did you need?
Sensor roll, please.
Oh, okay, right.
Beautiful.
Easy as you locate the scout base. Basically, it's on an asteroid around about 6 miles in length. She's about 3 miles wide by about 2 miles high. Right in the center of that point is a carved out place of about a mile square, and that's where the scout base is. It's easy to see as you come in. It's got some above ground buildings. You've got a tower there, probably for communications and landing, taking off. You've got an airfield. You've got connecting walkways that are sealed, atmospheric. Whether they're working or not now, you don't know, but they're there. You've got some hangars carved into some rock, and you've got some hangars where the actual landing bays would go down and doors would close above them. So this seems to be quite a big base, Tacoma. You, using your scout-based knowledge, would say that this base probably would have had something in the region of about 20 scout ships and associated ships here. So it's not the biggest base, but it's a significant scout base.
And it's all empty too, right? All his ports and all the scout ships abandoned.
Supposedly.
Yeah.
There's no evidence of ships on the surface.
So the guys better get ready to take the gig in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm game.
There's no signal coming out from it.
Will, sensor suite, please.
Yeah. Okay. Not so good.
Tammy?
I got 8. I've got a sensor suite from the engineering section at the same time as his.
So basically, neither one of them are picking up any outward going signals, although Samuel is picking up a low grade energy signal from within the core of the asteroid. So probably it's on low power, not emergency power, because they would have had a reactor in the center of the thing to power up most stuff.
Low power.
Which means you could possibly repower the whole system.
Do we have Can we scan for life signs or anything like that, or anything like that?
Not really. No.
Is that beyond our technology?
At the moment, yeah.
Right.
Once you're on base, you might be able to access the internal sensors if you can get it all up and running.
No, that'll be up for the guys in the gig.
Yeah, because at the moment you'd be trying to do it remotely and nothing's running. So.
Yeah. So.
So there's low power. There could be gravity in there. Then is what you're saying. There's a fusion generator still running or something.
Yep. So what the signature you're getting is it's not emergency. Yeah. A system that's been turned down, not turned off.
Yeah, it's low power, not emergency. Is it less or greater than emergency?
Greater.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's potentially someone there, or something there.
Or it could have just been turned down and left.
Or it could be enough for lights. Because, these things love light.
Be true.
That's true. That's true. And warmth. There might be a nest in there.
Yep.
Yeah, I think this is where we might find some action.
Wow, what a shame I won't be going.
Jerry, don't have sex with the aliens, okay?
No. That was Victor. Wasn't that Victor?
Mm-hmm.
No. Jacob Promethean was always he was chasing after class. He was going for the class.
Well, take
ass.
the CL. Yeah, that's it. Take away the CL and you go.
The class ass. That was Jacob.
Right. Okay, so in the gig, the same 4 people, or are you changing it around? Will, you getting out this time?
I'm in.
I don't know if somebody if one person with a piloting and sensor skill goes on, the other one has to stay away or stay back.
Well, we got
sensors.
We both go. All right, I'll try it this time. I'm going to try.
Yeah, we were. But yeah.
Radio. Yep.
Well, I've got ship's boat, I've got electronics, and I've got. I mean, I can stay back, but I'm also really good combat. So
and you're strong. I've got good dexterity when it comes to shooting. I got a dexterity of 14.
Yeah.
So
I got
yeah.
14. Wow.
Strength and my dexterity, we're a pretty good combat team.
And David, it's possible contact. You got to go. Actually, Tacoma, this is a scout base. This is your bread and butter.
Yeah, alright, okay. Oh, but... No. This is where we...
Oh, come on, Sid.
You wouldn't know where to look, Sid.
I would.
And we keep somebody back that... I mean, I've got... If you want me to stay back, I've got Pilot 1 and Ship's Boat.
No, if
but I want to go, but...
If anyone stays back, it's probably going to be Weaver, but it depends on whether or not Pierre wants to go down or not. If he wants to play.
No.
I don't want to go down, but I do want to go over.
Okay, go over. That's good. Go over,
Well,
man.
then, yeah, no.
Go over.
Well, no, because like I've noticed that the last couple of the sessions, I've kind of left Weaver on the ship
Yep.
to just diddle himself.
Oh yeah.
Well-
Well, this time
Yep.
And like he
this
says,
time
we need someone like me.
Well,
No.
you've got Gaius, Luke, and
Dane,
Dane. I can't
who
see
is
him.
essentially medic 3. I mean, he's not that. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
he doesn't have a whole lot of shipboard skills.
Okay. But you got Gaius and Dane,
Tacoma.
Luke, and who will be on board ship. 4 people there who could.
Any of them
would be
got
okay.
pilot?
I think Luke has.
Alright, captain's coming.
Cool. Okay.
all right.
Radio. So
you got-
you 6 are on the.
Kirk.
Yep. He's doing a Captain Kirk mission.
Yep.
So there's 6 of you going down in the gig, and
Yep.
that would be a good number.
And then a missile comes out from nowhere and blows the gig up.
None of blows up the ship. You go, glad I wasn't on the ship anymore. Okay, radio. So,
By the way, piloting.
sorry, you're piloting the gig.
Yeah.
Okay, so pilot -1. Where you go? Just to get it down there.
Yep.
Where do you- oh, sorry. Before you do that, so you got several places to land. You can land off station. You can land on near a hangar. You could land on one of the ones that's supposed to go down. Where do you want to land?
Where's off station?
Off station is anywhere off the mile by mile square where the base is set up.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
Land at the place that it's easiest to leave from.
There you go.
Exactly.
That's probably.
Okay, so probably you want to be out in the middle of go down. You could land off one of those, but near one of the access points to actually get into one of the walking tubes, or you could do one of the hangars that's carved out of the side of the mountain. Just depends whether you want to be roughly in the middle of the field or you want to be on the edge of the.
I kind of want to be on the edge of the field.
Okay, so one of the hangars then. That's where you want to be.
All right, that's what I was thinking.
What's our goal? What's our goal here? What do we want to
Recon.
accomplish?
We just want to see.
So we're just gonna have a
look. And that's it.
Radio. So, are you taking ACR weapons this time, guys? Because there is the asteroid is spinning.
I'm gonna take.
And it's probably going to have some of its own internally, because it'll turn itself upside down. It'll probably have some natural gravity. Might be mild, but it will be some gravity. Won't be 0G.
If I can, I'll take both. I'll take laser
Yeah.
rifle and an auto rifle.
Radio.
Auto
Sorry, Glenn?
pistols, and I'll be strapped to the hilt.
Okay. Glenn, sorry, you were going to say something?
I'm taking the laser rifle. I'm not gonna take a big honking gun onto it.
Okay.
Yeah. The combat armor, is it? It's not sealed, is it?
Yeah, it is.
It's a vac suit. Basically, an armored
You
vac
don't have
suit.
to be. It is. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I couldn't remember. All right. There we go.
Cool.
I'm taking my combat knife and my
Cool. So you guys take what you need. That's all cool. Okay.
ACR,
So,
we can use that as 0 skill, can't we?
Sid, can I get you to give me a ship's boat roll, please? Just come in. So, on the field, on the edge.
Jeez.
Okay, you're coming in at a very bad angle.
Yeah.
Anyone else nearby?
I am. I'm nearby. I'm going to try to see if I can give him a hand. And I got ships in the one.
Rightio.
Yeah. I said, whoa, whoa, whoa. I maybe grab the co-pilot controls and pull up or something, or make the adjustment
I think
we might have missed.
I think our captain's a drunk.
I got into your stash, Stoner. That's what I
So, now, Okay, so there's, if you look at it, the field as a square, if you take just the common compass points, to the north and to the west are where all of the hangars that come out of like the rock face are. Where do you want to be put on that sort of, which side and where exactly? Where do you want to land?
Well, it depends. Do we want to be further away from that power source or close? Because I'm banking that if there are any creatures, it's probably there.
Further away from the where, sorry?
The power source.
Okay, so the power source will be buried deep into the asteroid itself. And remember, the asteroid is 2 miles deep, so it's probably closer to the midpoint.
Alright. Again,
Well,
it doesn't really matter.
Perspective, we probably would want to be on the farthest perimeter because that way we won't have to worry about much, right? Back.
Right,
Yeah.
so either the north face right on the right or the west face right on the south. You pick.
So
I'm not driving.
What was the two ones again?
So either
north
on
or
the
west?
north face right on the right side or on the west face right on the south side.
North side.
Okay, rightio. So you come in, you do land. You will, I'm guessing, have an activation code that only you guys will know how to activate to get back into the gig. And you start moving over. So as I said, there is some gravity you're experiencing. You're around about 0.2 gravity, so it's enough to keep you on the planet. Don't make any big jumps, otherwise you might be having some serious trouble. You move around about 100 meters, you get to a hangar bay doors, and to the side a smaller airlock. Depends on what you want to use to get in, whether you want to try to access the big hangar doors or just the airlock.
Let's try the smaller airlock.
Yeah, let's try this one.
Who wants to take point?
Anyone with electronics, I think. Glenn,
Sure, I'll take point.
Yeah.
Yep, yep,
Your
yep,
character's
yep,
got the
yep.
better.
Yep, here comes the door.
No,
Oh,
it
this
doesn't.
was a hard door.
Anyone got ring a crowbar?
Yeah, I got a crowbar.
I'll take an electronics roll at it.
Okay.
Where you have trouble, I'll step in again and try to help you get it.
Okay, so the airlock cycles through. You don't want to crowbar an airlock, really.
No.
You want it to be left completely functional. Okay, so it cycles open, you get in. What you can see is, again, there's enough stations here for about 10 suits. There is some small items like a spare wrench or the gas cylinder out of a little portable welder or something. But most of the major items have gone, like the suits are gone, any toolkits are gone. In contrast to the ship guys, this place is all like signed up, so you know exactly where and what you are. So apparently you are in Bay 1. That's what it says, Bay 1.
Bay 1.
Yep. So remember what level you're parked on, and you're in Bay 1.
On the north side.
Yep, Bay 1. Yeah.
Is there a blue stripe?
There actually it's green, but also there is a board there that you can sort of see some stuff printed up, but you need to get the electronics to bring up the full thing.
Another.
Okay, Samuel, trying to pull out your toolkit and get going.
What do you need me to do again?
Electronics.
Try to get some power to this board.
All right, I rolled a 9.
Rightio, you get to direct some power to this board. It comes up and it gives you the whole schematic of everything on this level, and points to what you can do to get down to the next level. And it actually lists it doesn't give you the schematic of the other levels, but apparently there are 30 levels.
Wow.
Bottom level being reclamation, next level up being power and maintenance levels, and then you have around about 25 levels of the first 3 levels are all ships, and the next 2 levels would be the workshops of the ships, and then underneath that you start to have accommodation and all the other businesses.
We haven't seen any ships yet, have we? Like any scout quarters or anything? Or no
nothing on
ships.
surface. No.
Okay.
What about life signs? Are we able to get life signs from this?
Okay, so your suits are reading an atmosphere. Unfortunately, it's cold. You'd need to get power on, and not from one of these little terminals. It had to be a major thing. But this one, unlike the ship, looks like you probably could do that if you could locate the proper access point. Yep, you have to find one. Oh, okay, rightio. Yep, you can find, there's actually 3. There's one in the middle of the field, the tower. There's one roughly in the midpoint of the wall, the facing wall, this one, and there's one in the east wall as well. They're all tied into each other. The tower is the central point, but on this level anyway, you could probably access everything from, if you just get to the one on the north wall.
I use my grav belt to float over there.
So you're inside the building at the moment, so it's all corridors and stuff.
Can I make a door with the grenade launcher?
Do you need to make a door with a grenade launcher? I know you're itching to, but do you need to?
What happened to stable air supply? We can't make holes everywhere.
Yeah. So, what do you guys want to do? You can go back outside and move until
We will proceed. We will close the airlock behind us and open the airlock in front of us.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Right. You move into the building, and there's your green lines and stuff. Again, anything that couldn't be nailed down looks like it's been taken. There's no ship. There's no kits. There are some moving devices. There's actually a couple of what do you call those? Loaders, where you stand in them and you move them about like walker loaders.
I get in one. Is it
Okay.
is it powered up?
You flick a couple of buttons and it will have a charge.
All right.
One. And mount my laser on it and thing, right?
I'm still missing bits of everybody's sentences here.
Yeah, we seem to be cutting out. Sorry, I missed that.
Can you repeat, Glenn?
It's a grav thing, right?
No, it's a walker.
The walker.
Yeah,
So I got to climb into it?
Yep, you climb into it. It's got a cage. You just shove that down, and yeah, it's got little manipulative hands. It's got a little torch. Very much
Just
alien.
like aliens.
Yeah.
I need. Okay. I just was looking for something to put stuff on. Okay.
Right. So, do you want to use it or not?
No, not really.
Okay.
Because it's too big. It's too big to handle in the corridors.
True.
Forgot. Yeah. I thought it was like a little cart.
Yeah. Okay, so there are some of those things, trolleys and sorts of things. Yeah.
I grabbed one of those.
Okay. Nothing grav though. All that's you don't seem to see any grav vehicles.
That's okay. If it's got wheels, we can put
Yeah.
stuff on it if we find something.
Okay, rightio. So you guys follow the line. It leads you to another door. No power. You need to get to. Where what? Sorry, Sid.
Hello?
Yep.
Hello,
Hello.
Yeah. Yeah.
Marco.
Hello? Hello?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. No, I was about to say we got night vision goggles or something, or dark seeing goggles, but I just looked up
Yep.
light intensifying goggles, so that
Yep,
probably
yep.
is not going to work here.
Can I use my grab belt to get up to that tower in the bay?
Can you use your grab belt to what? Sorry.
You said there was a tower in the bay that has CIC in it.
No. What the bay that you've got is one of several bays. Roughly halfway along the north wall is where the CIC is.
Yeah, can I use my grab belt to float up to it?
If you are outside of on the field, yes. Otherwise, you're going to have to travel through the
Or it's like
corridors.
a large cavern. My bad.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. No, it is a bit of a cavern, but it's got doors and corridors and that sort of stuff leading off it. So you get to the door. What are you doing?
We
Um,
assumed a position.
Radio.
Yeah, I go and open it. Is it electronic or manual?
Yep. Electronic. It's kind of odd. Tacoma. As he opens it, you realise it's actually not a door it's a door into a horizontal lift.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Does it go down? It goes down, right?
Across.
Oh,
Horizontal.
horizontal, vertical, yeah. So,
Does the gravity change?
Nope.
do we know where this thing's going?
You've got a range of different. It's got all the bays in order. You can see all that. So
What is our gravity about, like right now? What
it's
percent?
about 0.2.
0.2. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So you
Ooh,
can.
not much.
No, not much at all. Enough to keep
Like
you on the
like
planet
the
as long
moon.
as you don't jump. Pretty much, yeah.
No, that's more than enough to keep you to the planet.
Yeah.
0.2.
Yeah. So you know roughly where the middle of face is, so that's where you're pushing to try to get up to the control center. So
Yeah.
who's gonna? Yeah. Okay. So somebody needs to pull off the panel and get some power to this thing and get it going.
Alright.
Righty. Boom. Yes.
Rightio. The lights light up.
Whoa, someone take out those lights.
The lights are supposed to be on, but okay.
No.
No, we don't. We want to be in the dark. The dark's our friend in this one.
Yeah, if we start lighting and heating up this place.
Yeah, but if we start taking out all the lights, we'll be
not-
taking
you
out
know,
lights all day long.
Cover the lights up then something.
we
the
have
lights
control.
will
We might need to
Just
rig
turn the
things
lights
up
off.
that, like
Just
if
turn
we
them
have
off.
if we're the only ones who have imaging goggles, we can control the lights and rig a mechanism to turn off the lights if there's any trouble. And these icky plants will slow down
I want to
eventually.
meet one of these things. It's just shoot one of these
Yeah.
pricks out.
Yeah, I want to meet one of them in the dark, where I've got the advantage to shoot. them.
Rightio. Okay. So I take it Devon turns the lights off the only way you can. Brrr. Lights are out.
Oh crap! Come on, guys.
Well,
So do we stay on image intensifying, light
Yep.
amplifying shit?
Yeah,
and are you punching to move through or?
yeah. We need to get to the command center.
Okay.
You know, we've got to find a computer, see if there's any information. If they haven't stripped it, does Glenn have a
Rightio.
problem, or is he just stretching?
I'm
Cruel symptom.
I'm getting out of the chair to eat more.
Right.
Oh,
Okay.
Get some more.
Tacoma, you used to these sort of lifts. They're very, they're very fast things, but they're sort of, it's a bit disconcerting the speed at which they travel. But it picks up real quick, and yep, in a matter of a minute or two, you're there. Door opens up. It's dark. To your right, you can see some what look like to be lifts to go up, which is probably where you need to be. What are you doing?
Probably would take
So,
the.
control command.
Let's take the lift down somewhere. Since we got in there and I did this electronic checks, do we get any more floor schematics?
Mm-mm.
Do we know where the lift goes exactly?
Well, from your previous schematic that you saw, CNC is up top, so it's like overlooks the field. It's not below.
Okay. I think we need to go down in somehow.
Well, I first want to see if they've stripped everything. Before I want to go to command center.
Rightio.
Okay.
So, I need the electronics roll, please.
Let me try one this time.
Go for
I
it.
can try it. Electronics. Boom. Oh, barely. I mean, not quite successful.
I'm not helping either.
So we're wasting time. We're stuck with something.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Eventually, you get stuff there. And now you realize that the reason you guys are having so much trouble is that this also has, seeing it's going off to CNC, you need some computer work. Where you go, Devin?
Okay, rolling. Out.
Okay, you start going up. It opens. You see before you, so Tacoma, very, very familiar sort of, not exact, but very familiar sort of layout, so you know roughly where everything is. Before you is the observation window, which opens up onto the field. Off to your left is the bank of all the communication devices, the various sensors, radars, all that sort of stuff is all over there. To your right is all of the sort of more data analysis and some of the communication stuff, and then right in front is all of the communication gear that is for people taking off and landing sort of stuff. And then you've got a command module sort of roughly in the center of the floor with whoever's on shift, who has their own console and their own chair sort of thing, monitoring everybody else. And
it's all turned off, right?
It's all off. Yep.
We need to get sensors. That's what we need.
What you
falls under sensors.
What you do notice, as you guys start moving around having a look, bits seem to be pulled out and missing.
Clean, or is it kind of just...
It is clean, but it's like it's not left tidy or anything. So
you're talking like hard drives or something of that nature?
Yeah.
Data chip?
Yeah, I think this is a husk. It's
storage devices.
Yeah.
There's one part, Tacoma. You're probably going to tell the group this anyway, but there's a part there that's required for it's sort of a deep space sensors. It works on a whole lot of different frequencies, a whole lot of different radiation, light level things, all sorts of different things. It's missing.
If we had only taken the electronic parts from the other ship.
I had no problems with the electronic parts. It was the food that I was worried about. But anyway.
Well, this particular part is not something you find. It's like built by scouts for scouts sort of thing. It's a high yield sensor, if you like.
And it's totally gone.
It's gone.
Besides that, I stand with the skipper. There's no way I want to eat 70-year-old stale potato chips.
Well, you know, we don't exactly know the nature of these creatures. That's why until we know more about these creatures.
So,
yeah,
those with electronics can try to get some of the consoles working if you wish.
If we can get internal sensors without turning on the lights.
I'm struggling.
Okay.
Clint's got it, though.
Yep. So, Sergeant Lance managed to get a couple. Where were you trying? What sort of area?
I was randomly.
Sorry?
Just whichever one was handy.
Probably in the central console. That's
Right.
most immediate. Okay.
Sounds good.
Right. The computer boots up. It's waiting for a password. You need someone with computer skill to try to break into that.
Alright, I can give it a go.
Okay, computer 0, but
I got
Yep.
computer
Devin.
2.
Yep.
Hold
Devin
on.
I'll
is-
take
The
computer
scout.
0 stab at it.
No, hold on, guys. Scout with computer 2. Let me freaking at least
Make
have a
your
go at
roll.
this.
Yeah.
+2.
Okay.
Computer 0, I got a 8.
Yep, that's okay. Unless you've got
Time
the computer
consuming.
going, Tacoma's got the main one going. Okay, what do you want? The server, basic services server seems to still be intact, so running the base is still possible. You just don't have all the information about them.
Alright, so I'm making sure that the lights stay off.
Yep. Yep, you can do all those sort of housekeeping things, not a problem.
Is there a database or some sort of history logs in there?
There are some. You'll get the ordinary computer logs. You bring those up, and you can see about 68 years ago, there was a whole lot of dumping of data, and then systems were shut down. You can see, yeah. And then you can run your eye over and you can see how suddenly all resources that would be used to keep all the ships running and stuff start to stop being coming in, sort of stuff. So around about 67, about a year after the data started getting dumped, you would say that this base probably, that was when it was completely abandoned. Given the minimal amount of information you've got from, yeah,
So
just the lack of traffic that goes in and out.
Steve, is there any like webcams or access where we could see portions of the
No.
base?
All that data's
No.
been dumped.
Okay.
That's, yeah.
Can we cross-reference and see all the ships that came in, the ships that went out, and see if some ships
There's
that came in didn't go out?
No, it's
he
been
doesn't
dumped.
have that sort of information. What information he's got is when fuel's pumped into a ship, when life support's put into a ship, when a ship on the field, the doors are opened or closed to either taking the ship or lead a ship. He's got that
Requisition
information.
logs.
Yeah, that's it. He doesn't actually have any actual data. He's just got the housekeeping data, and he's basically using how a scout base works. He's making that information, that sort of
Yeah, he
conclusion
has
from that.
basic insider knowledge to know what to look for. That
Yeah.
is that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the scout himself.
The only other thing you get is a file, and
File got a name.
Yep, it's a 13707 file, and a 13707 file is, they exist, but they are very important files that should not be played with or anything. It's, what can I equate it to? It's similar to pushing the button.
Oh, self-destruct.
Oh, shit. So someone
so-
was trying to destroy the base, but they didn't.
No,
At one
it's not a destroying the base. It's similar in magnitude to pushing the button. Sorry, I didn't mean they actually try to destroy the base. It's similar in magnitude to the sort of decision and movement that you have.
Like a complete evacuation type of deal.
Yeah, but there'll
Series
be,
of safety.
but there'll be, if you want to try to crack it, there'll be some information in there, and it's left there. 13707 for you.
What do we need to try to crack? Is electronics roll going to crack it, or?
Well, hold on, Jerry.
Some
Let him-
serious computer work, not straight away. It takes some gentle time because if you don't do it right, you destroy the code. You
Yeah.
destroy the file.
Right.
And we
Yeah.
can't transfer that off to a portable thing.
Yep.
We
No,
can't
no,
do that.
hold on. Let me make sure, because Steve was saying,
Yep.
it's like hitting the button, nuclear button.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I
something
thought.
like that. That sort of magnitude, but it's not that. It's not destroy the base. It's like
It doesn't destroy the base, but
No.
what handle the code, get into it with care. Otherwise, what would happen?
you destroy the information that's inside the file.
Okay, so the file is a critical file with important information that is highly secure.
Who's
and
got the
self-destruct.
highest level of computer you're
Okay,
taking?
wait, Jerry! Just be
Yeah.
quiet.
Go ahead.
Happy
Go ahead.
Christmas.
See what you got to say.
Dude, but you keep interrupting.
Okay.
You're telling us to do. I'm trying to figure out what the hell it is.
Let Glenn continue. Just everyone shut up. Captain
Right, yeah.
Gordon.
Because we got to. But before we fuck it up, we got to figure it out.
And then
So-
pick it up.
So just wait your turn, Jerry. We'll let you fuck it up
I'm
in a
not going
minute.
to do anything.
Right now, we're going to figure it out.
Glenn,
Okay.
finish your thought.
I done forgot what I was going to say now. Anyway,
So
you
said that it's like pushing the button on a nuclear thing. Yes. If you, when you try to access the file, if you don't do it appropriately or follow all the protocols, it will destroy the file. Does that answer
it
your
would take-
question?
it would have to take to do it, because Tacoma is the only one who would know the protocols, right?
It's Tacoma doesn't know, because this is the thing. Tacoma comes from the Imperium Scouts. This is a separate Scout setup. He only knows that the protocols are similar but not the same. It would take somebody who can break into computers, so someone with significant computer skill could attempt this, but this is where you're going to be taking a couple of weeks to set up some various software.
Oh, geez.
You're going to test it out. You're going to try to break it in, all that sort of stuff.
So a couple of weeks, and we would can't like unscrew the main. We can't unscrew the system from the wall or from the floor and take it with us. Is that right?
No, Tacoma's already copied the file over onto a hand.
Oh, he's already copied it over.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Yeah,
I was
it's just
asking if we could
trying
do
to
that.
access it. If you access it in the incorrect way, it will take itself out.
Yeah, I'll put
It won't destroy
Okay.
your system. It just takes itself out, basically.
Okay.
And
All
you
right,
lose,
well,
you lose
so-
the info. Yeah.
So something we can fiddle with later then,
Yep.
or have to fiddle.
Can we make 2 copies? Give one to put one on my hand computer, and the other one to Devon's.
Okay.
Don't access it just yet, Devon. We got to take it back to the ship.
Well, Devon is Devon the highest computer user here?
No, we both have.
Both.
level
Okay,
2.
so you'll both know that it's going to be like a round of testing software,
Yeah.
then formulating your intrusive software, testing that, and then
Yeah,
you know,
Devon and
all
I
that
will
sort of stuff.
probably have to work out how best to work that out.
Yeah.
But yeah, it sounds like I forgot what type of code it's called, but yeah.
But
You just go back up.
this is So, and this is the thing from the main copy. You also know that a 13707 file can only be copied onto a device once.
Well, it's on my device now, then I guess.
Yep. So no, it's on yours and it's on Devon's, but you can't copy that one
Oh.
to anywhere else.
Yep. It
Yeah.
has to come from
You
the
can-
source.
yeah.
I'm almost tempted.
I copy it. We copy it onto my hand computer.
You got
Okay.
one?
I think I do. Surely I have a hand.
Or are you suffering
It's
still?
got a little camera. Well, if I've got to delete some porn off of it, I'll do that. But
Okay.
Yeah. We'll
Awesome.
put it as many. If whoever else has got hand computers, we'll put it on there.
Okay.
I'm almost tempted to blow that thing up.
Well, okay, you've got multiple copies. Up to you.
I do have a hand computer.
Radio.
Actually, no. Let's not
Can we
blow
make it take a
stuff
shot
up.
at the original then?
No, hold on. Because I just realized we still need to scan the base. Does it have internal scanners for
You
life
can
forms?
access them. You can turn them on and access them.
Because I gathered if we had shut then, that would have taken up those systems.
You would have had to try to get to another CNC tab.
Yeah. So we'll take a look at those internal sensors.
Okay. So, computer roll from someone.
Alright, I'll do it.
Okay. Just to get the systems run.
9.
Okay. Radio, you bring up all the internal sensors. You're not bringing up lights or anything else, just
Nope.
internal sensors. Did you want to bring up any atmospherics to bring up the temperature or anything? Or?
No, we're on a, like the cold. So the temperature's probably going to stay low. Maybe outside external sensors as well.
Okay.
Like surface level.
I'm gonna leave my
Mhm.
I'm gonna leave my vac suit on, so
Yep. Okay.
I don't care how cold it is.
Cool,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, well,
Can I get Dave to give me a tactics roll, please? -3 if you don't have it.
Okay.
Just been quiet. I'm just thinking you're probably just staring out at space or something.
By the way, Dave, you're not signed into Roll20 itself, although there's nothing, no particular map or anything to look at.
Yeah, he's
No,
there.
he's there.
Well, I can see it.
Oh, there he is. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Radio.
Megan.
Okay. Thank you. No, that's cool. And Will,
Oh.
can you give me a tactics roll as well?
Oh, yeah. I don't have tactics as a skill.
Yep.
Let's see.
-3.
Oh.
-3. Well, you might get it.
I didn't. Okay, so I'll have to manually type it.
Yep. Nope. Okay, thank you. Radio. So, you've got the system up, you've got the sensors on. You don't need, excuse me, information will come through. So, Will, you're the sensor guy. Give me a electronics roll. Okay, Samuel, you're the next sensor guy. Give me a sensor roll, electronics roll, please. Cool. Okay, radio. Here's what you get. On every level is reporting in, so it still exists. The entire, apart from this room, no movement is being detected. The whole place is reading at 50 degrees below or slightly more below. Radiation levels are within acceptable and safe limits. Atmosphere is perfect for humans. Of course, the temperature's wrong. And I don't know if there's anything else you want to know.
What's the deep space?
Absolute
Like
zero.
-273.
Actually,
0 Kelvin or something, isn't it?
Yeah, 0
Kelvin.
Kelvin. And you're talking about Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
it averages out to 3 Kelvin, actually, if you count the stars, but
Okay.
you get a small residue of heat from gases and whatnot. Oh,
Yeah,
and
Doesn't it depend on where you are? Doesn't it?
Yeah.
So it's
Maybe
considerably
depend on
warmer.
where you are.
Well,
Yeah.
51 is significantly higher than that, so.
Here's
But
the
it's-
kicker question. Here's the kicker. What about humidity on each floor? Is it unusually high anywhere?
No, because it's all
no.
frozen.
Yeah. It's all the same. You are You aren't experiencing little flecks of ice in the atmosphere, the air around you, but there is a very faint level of rime on everything.
So that's like frost.
Yeah, but very, very faint. Very faint. You know, I mean, you look at it, you think, oh, that could be a bit of dust. You wipe it, and you sort of realize, oh, actually, that's not dust.
Well, thank God it's not reason.
Well, we do have something now that we can work on. Is there anything else we need?
Is there any other sensor data that you think you might want? I've only given you the bare bones.
I think humidity might be a good question to have asked. Movement, no, because they're probably in hibernation.
Mm-hmm.
How would we tell when something's in hibernation or not?
Can we lower the temperature here?
Sorry, can you what?
Lower the temperature here? Freeze everything?
Yeah, you can open the atmosphere, which will get it colder. Open the base to the atmosphere to space. That will eventually get it cold, very very cold. You could, if you wanted to. Also, you don't want to play with the lights. That's fine. You could actually turn on the gravitics if you want.
I thought the gravity.
No. That's the asteroid gravity, not the base gravity.
Yep, the base has its own gravity.
Oh, it has gravitics. Okay,
Yep.
it can be
I
dialed
thought it was
higher.
just extremely low.
Well, it's not turned on.
Well,
that's it.
I would suggest turning out all the lights.
They are at present.
Well, how much? What's the power level?
Very low.
I wouldn't turn anything on.
Yeah.
Well, the only thing you might want to consider, guys, is that the doors will open and close for you, and the elevators.
I want power and control.
I hand him a crowbar.
There's the control. Does he have the power?
Well, that's not my problem.
Right. So, what do you want me to do now, Tacoma?
So here's a question to everyone. Do we want to go and see what we can get out of this information, this special code? Or do we want to test it to see what that low power is, if it's anything?
Well, the low power, you can read it off your control. That's what's been fed in from the reactor.
So it's not like some sort of special light or anything like that?
No. Just reading is that's what the reactor has been set to, sort of thing.
Well, so let's metagame a little bit. We've got about it's.
Yeah, I think we're done here.
Yeah, we're about 6 minutes before we finish.
Yeah. So do we want to just leave and maybe do the computer thing real quick and then call it a night?
Well, it'll take you a couple of weeks to try to do the computer thing.
Yeah, in real time, not in
gaming time. Yeah, gaming time. Yeah.
No. I don't see there's anything else on this thing yet.
So, if there's nothing else, do you want to leave the base here?
Yeah, I think we should head out.
We don't want to destroy it.
No.
No,
Okay, yeah.
Build a computer thing, we might want to come back.
The only thing we haven't really done, we still have not found an alien presence anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it sounds like there's maybe something there.
Well, then again, though, we don't even know. Maybe these things are all dead or they're very rare and these people are just paranoid as hell from their experience. My opinion is...
Creatures are really good about sneaking aboard ships and stuff and hiding.
Yeah, they could be on our ship right now. We could be them.
I don't know about that, but my opinion is we take the data we have, we take the code we have, and we move along. We jump to the next world. We move along.
Well, we could. The alternative is we could explore here and try to find a sample / something to kill.
Mm-hmm.
But that would be, that would be next time.
I honestly don't think we would find anything anymore. Oh,
Okay.
we probably could, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we'll
Light
get much
source.
out of it.
We go in there trying to look for some creatures in hibernation. We don't even know if this is a hive mind type of deal either.
We might be able to find them, but it's going to take a lot of gaming, and we're going to have to work our way deep down into the station near the heat source and the power source. There might be something there, but it's a lot of work to even find it.
Well, Steve, can I ask? Like, we would have got this information from the guy, the as peers. Like,
Yeah, the other people. Yeah. What's the question?
What is their attack structure like? Do they attack in a big hive? Do they go in pairs? Are they lone?
You would have seen evidence that it depends whether there's more than one there. Or not. They can attack by themselves. They can attack en masse. They don't seem to have a particular style. The only thing they do have is they attack humans. It's about the only thing that's consistent.
So Fido's probably all right then. A dog. They won't attack dogs.
No evidence to suggest either way, because the only stuff they've had is on board ship, and most ships don't carry animals allowed around the so they couldn't tell you either way.
No, I think we're done here then.
Okay.
I think this thing's probably going to be stripped. There is a great potential that there is one of these things on there. I'm not looking forward to meeting it as much as Samuel wants to. I think we go on our way and figure out what this information is.
Okay.
At this point, I concur with the skipper.
Radio. Rest of you guys, yeah?
Yep.
I'm going to weaponize the yo-yo.
Okay.
It already is weaponized. You can use it as a club.
No, but I'm thinking a little microcharge, and you get like 3 feet. You get 3 feet away from somebody in a vac suit, and you whip it out and lay the microcharge on their vac suit, and it explodes.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see how they go.
Great.
Yep.
But
Okay,
yeah,
so you get up, back out onto the gig. You fly back to the ship.
we do all the single decontamination business.
Yep.
Oh yeah, decontamination.
Your standard decontamination thing. Have you decided where you want to head?
We got.
So you've got Pedicula, Nakuri, Calig, Bonsaurus, Mun, Loku. These are, and that's if you're still going through Hazabit. They're all within jump. Otherwise, Nakuri, Join, Pure. I think they're the Pure 10. I think is just within your jump range. Yes, it is. Zarkus, Kalon is 1, 2, 3, 4. Jernar is as well from the next. Where is your thinking leading you guys?
A thought for you here. If we don't explore Pedicular, we create a problem for anybody else passing by here later because they'll have fewer options to to jump from one place to another. So we should probably pick a star that like, should we cover Pedicular just to be safe so people know it's a safe place to jump to? Or will they always have to be stuck,
We have an understanding that it's a pretty religious zealot type of place.
Oh, right.
I thought we already knew some stuff about that one. My thought is to go to was it Norkuri?
Nakuri.
Yeah. Nakuri.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because our goal is to gather information, right, for the Imperium, and we got a whole swath of stars that are close to each other right there.
Yep.
All right.
And that seems like that's low-hanging fruit to me.
Yep.
And the Amsterdams have not gone that way, so they don't know themselves. They couldn't.
Okay, in Northcorn, I've got the Dropbox open, and that's original stats.
Yeah.
E511698-5. So technology level, there was a scout base in the gas giant. At one time, there was 5,058,000 people. It's non-agricultural. It's ice-capped, non-industrial.
There's only
Not
5
much of an
million people.
atmosphere of anything. It's and the hydroponics. I mean the hydrographics is ice cap, 1% size 5, 1 atmosphere.
Trace.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of like a Mars kind of planet.
They lived in domes, obviously,
No.
or some kind of.
No,
Or caves.
Well, probably more, out of the rock itself, because they only had tech level 5,
Yeah.
which is only, I think, just
1950s.
it's the 1920s. No, 1920s.
Oh my
Really?
God!
That's just
How
on.
How the hell they live there with that tech level?
Wow.
They're all dead now. I can tell you
They're
that.
dead.
There was only if there were
Steampunk
only 5.
cranks and steels and whatever.
Yeah, if there were only 5 million, that's not very many. And if they're a low tech level on a planet with no atmosphere, yeah, they're going to have to get busy real quick. And if they got invaded, they're done. You don't have to kill very many of them for them to just
You're
die out.
This is World War I to pre-World War II tech level. So, yeah.
Mhm.
But there might be some interesting things there.
Yeah, they could be. What about Keelig?
Keelig?
What was that?
Keelig
What's
it's C6A4454-9. It was a tech level 9, 73,000 people originally, non-industrial. A is what for atmosphere? That's exotic.
Exotic.
Yeah. So it might have been a regular standard atmosphere, but no oxygen. We don't know what that means.
But
Well-
they did have a Navy base and a scout base.
Yeah.
And
At the
9
higher
gives
tech
them
level.
jump A to D drives.
Well,
40%
we just need to make
hydrographic.
we just need to make a decision. I would recommend. Is it Nokuri or Nokern?
Kern. So the end got chopped off. It is no Kern.
Okay.
Nokern.
Nokern, and then go to Juon.
Juan.
Juon, Huon, and Kalon and all that.
Yeah, Huron.
Yeah.
Zanskaros, Kalon, Jaruni, Frank, Antaroon.
Yep. Neem and all those. Quintilius.
Neem, Frapp, and Quintilis, Vernier, down and come back.
Yep. These
Make a circuit. That's what I would suggest, but
I can go either way, whatever you guys want
it
to do.
doesn't really matter that much.
Let's go that way. As someone's
So
sworn.
the idea is that you're going to do the areas closest to the Imperium borderline first.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. No, that's cool. That's cool because that gives me a rough idea of who I've got already developed.
Which means like we're going to be traveling that way, and then eventually we'd have to go down. Should we survive?
Yeah. Well, I'll just. Yeah. You go.
Eric's out.
Yeah, with that boring.
Yeah.
They got Eric. They got Eric. Eric's out. Somebody turn his oxygen up.
Alright, so I'm gonna mute him for myself.
All good.
Okay.
Well, it's a gentle snorer. That's
I think
good.
that's an indicator. I think we ran over.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, no, that's why we're discussing it now, because it's like, yeah, it's the end of the game.
Yeah. No, that's a cool.
That's funny.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, guys. So just a couple of questions then. I know roughly where you're heading, which is cool. I'll post when we play next. I probably will get back home on the 1st or 2nd of January. So do you want to start that weekend, or do people want to have another week off?
first week is okay for me.
Remember my schedule. I'm available the 22nd,
yep.
the 5th.
All right. 20,
Yeah, the 5th would
where are
still
we
work
now?
for me.
So 23rd, the 6th. So it would be the 6th.
All
Your
right.
6th, our 5th. Yeah.
Yeah. So it'd still be back into that scheme of things. So 5th
Sounds
you
good.
guys, 6th for me and Sid. So
That
is that all
sounds
cool
good.
with you
I
guys?
mean, Christmas. Yeah, Christmas is on Sunday and New Year's is on Sunday this year, right?
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
That's cool.
I have no
Well, I
idea
mean,
what
I'll be
I'm
back
doing.
earlier, and if people want to do something too, because I'm off until the 20th of January, so I want to play as much as I can.
Put something about your schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Commit. Let's go and commit